Alright, it's time! Another week of ZTGD Radio. This is episode number 772 for November 13th, 2023. And you about fucked me up, Drew.
Yeah, surprise!
I was like, we're just gonna go ahead and get started. And then, like, you pop on as soon as I start talking. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, I come in out here. I'm like, oh god, he started.
I did, and I fucked it up. But yeah, it's, as you can hear, Drew is on the show. We did not know that was going to happen.
Hi, surprise! Yeah, I'm here.
We also got the Wambert.
Yes, sir.
And then I think Terrence will be joining us here in a little bit. Whew. It's been a week.
Has it?
I mean, I've been busy. I had to replace my PC.
Oh.
I had to do all kinds of shit.
How you liking it? You liking it?
I'm going to be honest with you, I ain't done shit on it.
Okay, well, give us the specs. You got to tell us the specs on this.
No, I don't even know the specs. I wrote them down, but I don't know what they are. I know it's got a 4070 in it.
I don't even know where that stands on the scale.
The new cards are 40s.
So you got a good one.
Well, I've got so what they do, 60, 70, 80, and 90s. Like, those are the four tiers, so like I'm like a sophomore.
So I guess I'm a kindergartner because I still got to run a 1060.
I was gonna say, like, you're back in the 1.0 generation. Well, I'm upgrading from a 2070.
You still had a better one than me.
I did, but now I have a new. Okay, I found the specs. I was digging through my email, so this means nothing to me. This would be like a J thing. Like, the processor is an i7 13700KF. 8 times 3.4 plus 8 times 2.5 gigahertz. Does that mean anything to you?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, doesn't mean anything to me.
16 gigs of DDR5 RAM.
I know what that means.
Yeah,
yeah, that means something to me. Yeah.
That's not bad.
And then a 12.
You ought to be able to. You ought to be that with the other specs you have. You ought to be able to juice that up to like 32 if you wanted to.
Yeah, I have to take it apart, and I took my old PC apart because it broke, and I was like, well, I'm gonna take these NVMe's out of the old one and like put them in an external shell so I could use them. But the one of them's built onto the goddamn motherboard.
Oh.
I think don't think like the new ones come that way now.
It may be, because I found the extra one, because I had two 1 terabytes, and I found the one and I took it out, and there was also a fucking old ass 1 terabyte platter drive, and I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna destroy that because it's already dead.
Yeah.
And then I was looking for the other one. I was like, oh shit, it's like literally just built right into the goddamn motherboard, so I can't take that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they come that way now.
Yeah. The I'm grateful that in some ways that computers have become easier to take apart and put back together over the last 20 years. And in some ways it seems like they've become a little more difficult or confusing.
Yeah, like taking this one apart was really about me also seeing how stuff works. I haven't built a PC in probably a fucking decade.
Right.
And it was interesting to like see how they hide everything and how they run all the wires and then like how all the stuff is built.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was when I took apart the Steam Deck. I was impressed with the engineering on the inside to make everything fit. It's pretty well done.
What's crazy about PCs nowadays is like there's plenty of room to fit everything, but they're so open so they get all these fucking lights. Like, you can't buy a PC that's decent for gaming without a bunch of fucking RGB lights in them. It's crazy to me.
Yep.
I don't care.
With
But
a pure black box with no lights on it whatsoever.
yeah, right? Like get that old fucking just like every case has like a glass side on it. Like so you
Yeah.
can see inside. I did have to install the video card, so the way they shipped it was they shipped it the video card outside the box so it didn't break in
Really?
shipping.
Huh.
So I did have to install that. So that like I'd never installed. I was installing video cards when they were flat, like a Voodoo FX chip or whatever.
Yep.
So
Yep.
like pulling this big thing out, like it is a fucking monster. It's got 2 fans on it and all kinds of shit, and I'm like, God damn.
Yeah.
But like I was telling Ryan before the show, the first thing I booted up was Solitaire. So I'm really pushing this bitch.
That's right.
I actually did boot up Starfield just to see how it ran.
Yeah.
And it's like butter.
And so it's full 60.
Oh, easy. It was hitting like 120 at one point. Like my monitor will go up to 120, I believe. So I had it on 120, and Starfield was hovering around like 110, 112. It tells me that it'll run Overwatch 2 at 560 frames a second at 1080p. Do I need 560 frames a second? I don't think so.
So what's crazy is that this is just how optimized that game actually was. On my PC that I'm running a 1060, I could run it at 120.
Yeah, like that game is crazy optimized.
It really is.
That shit ran at 120 on Xbox One, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Yeah, that's some old shit right there. But yeah, got a new PC. Like I said, they gave me a free copy of Alan Wake with the video card, Alan Wake 2.
Oh, nice.
So I might boot that up and see how it runs because I'm only on like 3 hours into that game, so maybe I'll play it there. I don't know. We will see. But anyway, video games. We can talk about those. Drew, I didn't know you were going to be here, so do you want to go first?
And not really much to talk about. I'm starting the new Phoenix Down game, which is Phobia.
Oh yeah.
Phobia Saint Dinfna Hotel. So we tried to look up Dinfna. That's not a word, apparently. Anytime you look up that word, it just brings up phobia. So I think they just made up something.
Makes sense.
But that game's funny.
It's a horror game, so hearing you say it's funny is.
It's not scary. It's not scary at all. I can see where they tried to, but it's fine. That's the thing is I think the combat's garbage.
Oh.
But that focus is not really on combat. The focus is more on puzzle solving, and I think the puzzle solving is fantastic. I think these guys are Brazilian developers, and I don't think there was a lot of people on the team that did it. I could be wrong, but I'm not sure. This is the only game they've made. But it's got a lot of heart. I would say it's got a lot of heart. You can tell that they really are influenced by Resident Evil and Silent Hill and stuff like that. But, I mean, you kind of have to have some kind of combat, otherwise it would just be walking around solving puzzles with a horror element. And then why is it scary then if nothing can actually hurt you? But I don't know. It's okay. I'm enjoying my time with it. Navigation's actually really cool because you're like in this hotel and half of it's like covered in rubble, and you circle around and you go through a different area and it leads back to where you were, but now you're on the other side of the rubble. It's interesting how they handle that stuff. I think I picked it up for like $10 off Amazon last year.
Yeah, it was never.
I think it was $29.99 originally.
Yeah, it was never like a full price game. I played I think like an hour and a half of it, and I remember the goddamn bugs pissing me off, like when they jump on your face.
Yeah, they still do that.
And I got lost because it's like that hotel is kind of confusing, like navigation wise.
Mm-hmm. I'm to the point now where I've got like the 5th and 6th floor memorized, and I have to go back to those multiple times. I'm just like, okay, well, I know where to go here. I got to go here and do this, and I finally got the key to this door. So it does have that sense, kind of like how you eventually you have the police station memorized in Resident Evil 2, basically.
Mm-hmm.
It has that kind of sense to it, and it's done pretty well. It's not bad. It's interesting. I don't think the story is all too well told, and from what I understand, it doesn't really have a good story to tell. We'll see.
Well, I know Anthony liked it a lot, so
He did, and he's playing along with me. And I will say I don't mind it. Like it's cool. I feel a lot like how I did with the Chant with this one. It's a indie game that has a lot of heart. They have some really decent, cool things in it, and then there's some things that are just kind of meh. And both those games, I think, kind of fall in that category.
yeah, B tier horror games.
Yeah. Which I suggest the Chant. The Chant is my phobia for Anthony. I actually really like the Chant.
I like what I played of it. I played about the same amount of that game as I did Phobia, and it's like there's too many fucking video games, and I feel like I'm never gonna get to them all at this point.
Yeah. But I'm playing Phobia. In between all that, I did finish Pillars of Eternity.
Jesus.
The last time we talked about that, it was a couple weeks ago. I didn't realize the last time we had talked about it, I was close to the end of that game. That game kind of wraps up real quick. I didn't mind my time with it. The last area, obviously, I think I was supposed to do a lot more side quests. So, as I mentioned previously, you don't level up by just fighting stuff. You can't really grind for levels and stuff in this game. So, you have to complete quests. Well, I'm playing this for Phoenix Down. We have a deadline. I want to just get through the main story. They don't really... It's not an ideal thing to do. Because when you get to the end of that game, I'm like level 6, and the enemies there are like level 10, and I had to drop that down to story time mode. But that's okay, whatever. I got through it, and I got to see the end of the story, and it was kind of tailor-made to my decisions, so I was fine with that. I don't know if I'll ever go back to that. Will I ever play Pillars of Eternity 2? Maybe. I enjoyed my time with it, but if I do play Pillars of Eternity 2, I would hope that there would be some improvements to certain aspects of that game, and I don't think it actually happens. So,
those games are on my list. I've owned the first one forever. I have it on. I know Epic, I think, was giving it away for free. It's been on Game Pass and stuff too.
Yeah.
So at some point, I plan to play it because those kind of games are right up my alley. But I haven't really heard anything about how different the second game is.
The issue. So, Ryan, you would love this game because it is totally like old school Baldur's Gate. Your choices. The things that you choose will play a part in the end, kind of thing. And they really do. Like I think it's a well written story with great lore, good characters. It's just there was a disconnect. So we said it on Phoenix Down. I guess I'm more accustomed to a game that is more cinematic. Like we kept bringing up Dragon Age or Mass Effect or something like that, where you're having a cutscene with two characters talking. This happens in this game, but it's just portraits.
Yeah.
All of
it. That's like Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, and there's just
the original Baldur's Gate.
There's just a disconnect there. But it's still good. I think if anything, the story and the characters are all well written, and the dialogue that is voiced. I know for a fact that like Troy Baker's one of the guys.
Of course he is.
And Matt Mercer's in it too, I think.
Shocker.
So, they got really, really good voice actors to do the voices. But you know, like when you play Baldur's Gate 3 or when you play Divinity Original Sin, you have that narrator that's telling you the flavor text and in between the dialogue and stuff like that. That's here, but it's not voiced at all. You just have to read it. And sometimes it's like a full on paragraph of, you know, his eyes moved to the left and then he walked that way. And it's like it kind of takes me out of it a little bit.
Well,
You know?
they built the game. I have to believe that that's purposeful
It
because
is.
they built the game to be basically a spiritual successor to the Infinity Engine games, your Baldur's Gates and Planescape Torment and Icewind Dale and those games. So, and all of those games are exactly like what you described. So it doesn't really surprise me to hear you say that. But that it definitely, it's giving me some pause because it's going to be hard to go back to that after Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It was because I had been playing Baldur's Gate 3 and I played this. I'm like, I just wish it was more like Baldur's Gate 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
But it's still good.
I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of games over the next couple of years that you say, I wish it was a little bit more like Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah. But this, I mean, I still think Pillars of Eternity is fantastic. I mean, it's a really good story. There's some really good like twists and reveals in there toward the end that I did not see coming.
What they twist?
But it's really good. It's really good. Did that. Played a little bit more Dredge. Not much though. I don't have an in between game like in between Phoenix Down and stuff like that. I need to work on that. I either play Phobia or I stare at my library and be like, I have nothing to play.
Except you have everything to play.
Except I have everything to play. The problem is like the stuff that's on there is like, okay, Red Dead Redemption 2, there's your 50-hour game. You know, it's like, I've got maybe 45 minutes to play something. And I know what I could do, but I'm not going to do, is play a game with quick sessions like Overwatch. But I'm not going to do that. I have been abused by that mistress far too many times.
It's calling you. She's like, I've changed,
not.
Drew. I've changed.
And she's a liar.
She's a harlot. I'm going to tell you that.
The beast and the harlot, indeed.
Oh, she is. Oh, I can attest to that.
Drew, did you play Infernax?
I did.
Oh, that game is so good.
Yeah, I was just you were talking about not having a whole lot of time to play, and I was going to suggest that as something you could play in small bits. But if you've already played it,
well, I didn't beat it, but I did play probably. I did probably 3 bosses in that game. I can't remember.
I mean, it's not a long game.
It's not a long game. It is when it's hard as shit, like it is.
Yeah, it does get hard as shit. But
that game is mean.
especially if you do the true final boss.
Nah, fuck that.
Play
through the game again.
No, you don't have to play through the game again. You just have to do. I can't remember the exact way to unlock it. I think you just have to do all of the
right choices,
side quests with the right choices.
Yeah,
and then you fight the actual final boss, and he's a bitch. But the way, I won't spoil it just in case anybody ends up playing it, but the way they introduce the actual final boss is kind of awesome, and something that more games should do. So yeah, that game is badass. I wish they'd make a sequel to it.
Yeah, Infernax was really cool. I enjoyed my time with it.
I'm gonna assume that team, because they did games before this, I'm gonna assume their next game is a new game.
I'm going to assume that too.
Yeah, I don't think they really do sequels. I think they just do new stuff. So
what was what were some of their other games?
Oh, I need to pull that list up. I can't remember.
I'm pulling it up right now.
Okay, yeah, I know they made like 2 or 3 other indie style games. Then they were all good. So
Berserk Studio is the studio name, and they made. Let's see. Hold on. games.
I was gonna say I know they made other games.
Zombiddle,
Uh,
Berserk Ball. Oh, sorry, Berserk Ball 2. Sands of the Colosseum, The Peacekeeper, Sky Quest.
I've never heard any
I
of
don't
these.
remember any of those. I swore they made other stuff besides that. Maybe I'm
Let's see.
crazy.
Hold on. That's from their website. Let me look them up on Wikipedia and see.
You'd
'Cause
think
maybe
they'd
they're
have their good stuff on it. Maybe it was the publisher that I was thinking that published other games. I don't know.
publisher is the Arcade Crew.
That's what it is, because they also did The Messenger, I think, right?
Let's see. The
Published.
I thought the
Arcade
Messenger was
Crew.
Devolver.
But Devolver's just a behind-the-scenes publisher. They
Oh,
also have a
so-
lot of side ones.
Yeah, you're probably thinking of the Arcade Crew, Ken, because let's look at this game list. There's definitely some here that I recognize.
Yeah,
Hold on. Oh, why has everybody got to make their website goofy?
because
They do. Or they do that auto-scrolling crap and
Yeah. Cross Blitz, The Last Spell, Moonrider, Blazing Chrome,
Blazing
Yeah.
Chrome. I know that one.
Young Souls, Infernax, Dark Devotion,
I know Dark Devotion.
Kunai.
Yep, I know a lot of these games. That's what it was. The Arcade Crew I was thinking. I'm not the developer, so I don't know. Maybe they will make another Infernax.
Who
What's
knows?
Yacht
It's
Club Games
definitely
doing
seems
nowadays?
like they're
Yacht Club has a
Yacht
new
Club?
game coming out called it's what the fuck is it called? I know what it is. Like it's a digging game. It's an overhead 2D game.
Mina the Hollower.
Yes, that's what it was. I kept wanting to say Mineko because that was that other game that came out, but no, you're right. Mina the Hollower.
Looks like a Mina. That's it. Yeah, Mina the Hollower. It's looks like a mouse. I can't tell if she's a mouse or
Yeah.
what,
like a
what she's supposed to
top-down-
be, but she looks like a mouse. She's got a whip. Yep, it looks kind of like Zelda.
Yeah, but
Okay.
it's not.
Like,
But
it
you
looks
you
like
can,
one of the It looks like a GBA Zelda.
Yeah, it's like you dig under the ground in certain spots. Like it's supposedly it's pretty good. Like it's been in early access since like last year, I think.
Okay.
So
Yeah, Shovel Knight was
yeah.
excellent.
yeah, but
Yes, it was.
they made too much Shovel Knight.
Yeah, they went a little overboard on the Shovel Knight.
And that bitch is in every game, and he's got 47 of his own games. So like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Yep.
I did love Shovel Knight though.
No, that first game is excellent. One of the best.
I
I'm trying
have
to-
I have the
Okay.
Treasure Trove on Switch, and I've never actually finished it. I should probably finish that at some point.
The main game or the extra games?
The main game.
Oh man, the main game is so good. I didn't get into the expansions because I didn't like the way the characters played that much, like Plague Knight and a couple of the
Yeah, I
other
played
ones.
a little bit of the Plague Knight one, but yeah, I wasn't super huge on it. But
You wanna
yeah, I
talk
don't think
about-
I ever finished the original one.
Dude, you want to talk about hard? That final boss in Shovel Knight? Holy fuck.
Yeah, man, dude, that was
Oh.
difficult as hell.
That boss fight sucks.
And did I beat that though?
Oh, I did too, but god damn.
Yeah. Well, you remember you had to do like a boss rush at the very end of that game.
Just like a Mega Man game. It's
Yeah,
no
and to
different.
beat all the bosses again, back to back.
Yep.
Speaking of which, Ken, did you ever end up checking out Gravity Circuit?
I did not.
Okay.
I keep meaning to.
Yeah, same. I've got it on my Steam wish list, so if it ever goes back on sale again, I'll pick it up.
Yeah, I want to. Like, I've had it in my cart 2 or 3 times on Switch and just never pulled the trigger.
Yeah, there you go.
What else, Drew? Anything else?
Nah, I mean, that's pretty much it.
All right. Move
Yeah.
on to the Wombat.
All right. So I I mean, most of what I played is Baldur's Gate. I mentioned, so I mean, I won't spend a ton of time on Baldur's Gate because I've already talked about it a lot. But I'm in Act 2, and sort of making my way through that. The game does such an excellent job of giving you. There's basically not a single. Well, I shouldn't say not a single. There are very few combat encounters in the entire game that you can't, major combat encounters, right? I'm not talking about, oh, you ran into a pack of wolves or something. there's very few major combat encounters in the game that you can't talk your way out of, in some really clever ways. And they do a good job of sort of balancing the rewards and risks of the decisions and conversations that you have. So there's some cool ones to start off Act 2 that I'm really enjoying. So yeah, that game is amazing. Continues to occupy a spot at the top of my game of the year list for this year. Outside of that, I played some more Rogue Legacy 2. That game also continues to be awesome. It was on my game of the year list last year, and I'm playing back through it on deck now, and it's the art style in that game is so cool, and I forgot how cool it was until I went basically back to back from the first game to the second game, and the cartoon drawing art style adds a lot to that game. So definitely play that if you haven't. What else have I played? I started playing Dragon Quest. Hold on, I gotta make sure that I get the title right here, because it's a long one with a whole bunch of stuff that's in different orders. Infinity Strash, Dragon Quest: The Adventure of Dai. That's
a name,
title.
that's for sure.
Yeah. So it's a Dragon Quest game that is built off of the anime, the Adventure of Dai anime, and you can definitely tell that it's made based on an anime. It is an anime-ass game. When you first start the game, it drops you into like a boss battle to teach you the controls, and then it's cutscene, and then a cutscene, and then a cutscene, and then you fight another like little training boss battle, and then a cutscene, and then a cutscene. So that's what I've got through so far. And I'm assuming the game kind of expects you to have some familiarity with the anime, which I do not at all. But it's kind of funny because the first two cutscenes, it's like introducing you to Dai's backstory, and the shit they describe in the cutscenes is like why isn't that the game? Like, it's walking you through the cutscene, and it's like, these three heroes showed up on the island, and Dai befriended them, but then the three heroes betrayed him and tried to capture this golden slime and took it to a ship to give it to the king, and Dai saved his friend and defeated the heroes, and the king gave him this golden crown. And then Dai went back home, and there were three more people, and they became friends, and then they betrayed him, and he fought a giant scorpion, and he killed this giant scorpion, and then he fought a giant robot, and he destroyed the robot and saved his friends. And it's like, okay, why am I not playing that? Like,
this sounds like it's like the first two seasons of the anime.
That's what I'm guessing. And so then I'm like, okay, now, then it basically said, it basically kicked me to, it's hard. I can't figure out where I'm at and like in the timeline, because you start the game, you fight a boss, and he steals your memories, and so now it's like giving you your memories back. And so I don't know if it's supposed to, what I'm doing now is supposed to be before or after the guy that I fought that stole my memories. I assume it's supposed to be before. But yeah, it's crazy. It's definitely, and the cutscenes. When I say cutscenes, it's like an actual anime cartoon, to the point that it has a progress bar at the bottom and pause and fast forward options.
What is this on?
So it's on everything, I think.
It's not on Xbox, of course.
It's not? I thought it was.
Nope.
Okay. All right. So PS5, Switch, and PC then.
Okay.
But it's not a Dragon Quest game in the typical sense, in that it's not like a turn-based RPG. It's I mean, it's hard for me to say yet what it is because the only battles I've done so far are kind of arena battles. Like they've got all those anime arena battlers. Like I think Naruto's got like 6 of them.
Yeah. Dragon Ball had a lot of them.
Yeah, every battle I've done so far has been in like a confined space where you press R3 to lock on to the enemy, and you have a regular attack on square and then some other attacks that have cooldowns associated with them on triangle, circle, and R1. So I don't know yet what it actually
fighting game
is
or something.
Yeah, but it's not really like you have a map, like an overworld map. But things are broken down into either story cutscenes where it's just a cutscene, battle missions where you fight things, and then there's another type of mission too, adventure missions. Maybe those are a little more free roam. I don't know. So we'll see as I get a little further into it. It's hard for me to quantify the game too much as of right now, considering basically all I've done is watch an anime.
I do want to apologize. It is on Xbox. It's on.
I thought it was.
Yeah, there's another Dragon Quest game I guess that came out recently that wasn't. This one's also on PS4, but not Xbox One.
The new one. Dragon Quest Monsters is only on Switch.
Okay, maybe that's what I was thinking of. There's so many fucking Dragon Quest games.
Yeah, Dragon Quest Monsters comes out in December. And that one's only on Switch. So, but yeah, this one is. I don't know. I'll give it some more time. It's Dragon Quest, so it's got all the kind of Dragon Quest stuff that you come to expect in terms of like the character designs and the monsters, and it's kind of neat because there's a spell in the 2D. It's in most of the Dragon Quest games at this point. There's a spell called Puff, where your character turns into a dragon. But obviously, because of the way, right,
that's exactly where I was going.
But because of the way that Dragon Quest games are built, right, you don't ever see the dragon, right? You're just you're looking basically through your character's viewpoint at a field of enemies in front of you in those games. So you don't even know that you're a dragon, except for the fact that in the later game you see some flame effects, and in the earlier games it just tells you that you belch out scorching flames. So in this game, your trainer at the beginning basically casts the Puff spell and turns himself into a dragon that you have to fight as part of your training. So it's just kind of neat to see some references and stuff like that as a longtime Dragon Quest fan. So I'm sure I'll get more enjoyment out of this than most, but probably less than some, because I'm not a person who's into anime. So I'm sure my son will really like it. I'll let him play it after I get done with it.
Why is it called Infinity Strash?
I have no idea. I don't even know what a strash is, other than the fact that in one of the first cutscenes they say that your trainer has a move called the Yvonne Strash. And so I assume it's like a fighting technique that I'll learn later in the game. But I have no idea why it's called Infinity Strash. Because the anime is just called Adventures of Dai.
I looked it up for you. The word strash is a combination of the words strike and flash.
Oh, okay. So it's a flash strike.
I want you to know, though, that as soon as I looked up what is a strash, on the first thing that came up in Google was what is a trash panda.
That's great. I gotta say, I think it would be cooler if they called it Flash Strike, the Dragon Quest, the Adventure of Dai. But Strash is fine, I guess. Probably couldn't copyright Flash Strike. So, yeah. Anyway, that's enough of that for now. Once I get a chance to play some more of it, I'll fill everybody in on whether it's worth playing or not.
If you go to the Dragon Quest wiki, Avon Strash is a powerful sword technique.
Yeah, that's that's what your trainer tries to teach you at the beginning of this game.
So like avant-garde, like avant-strash.
Well, no, Avon is his name.
No, I'm going with mine.
Oh, I gotcha. But yeah, So I'll go back into it a little bit more once I have some more time to play it. But it's a Dragon Quest game without being a Dragon Quest game, if that makes any sense. So don't buy it if you're looking for an actual, like a game like Dragon Quest 11. Don't buy it if you're trying to play the new Dragon Quest 11. It's not that at all. It's like an action battler kind of anime game.
Does it also have a lot of the like Christian references like the other Dragon Quest games do?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet that I have seen. Not yet that I have seen. And they're pretty careful in the Dragon Quest games, at least the localized ones, not to reference Christianity. They have a different deity.
True, but
it's pretty much.
Yeah.
You save in what basically looks like a Catholic church. So it's
very religious.
It's a thinly veiled.
When you save, there's that like heavenly music that plays and all that stuff, and they say they call them the goddess or the Almighty or whatever, but yeah, it's pretty. It definitely looks like a church, like a Catholic church. So anyway, that's I think it for me. Excuse me.
I want to try and wrap up Baldur's Gate 3 before the end of the year, but man, that game is so long and it's so good. I'm trying not to rush through it. So I do want to finish it up though before the end of the year, and then I've got some other stuff that I would like to play so that it can be in consideration for Game of the Year. But with the limited amount of time I have, it's always a stretch.
Yeah, we're getting close there. We're halfway through November almost. So, well, the good thing is I don't think there's any more big games except for Avatar, maybe.
Yeah, which I'm not going to play that game.
Game?
I mean, it's a Ubisoft game. I'm sure it'll be.
I'm sure it'll be huge, but I never even seen the movies, so I'm good without playing that one.
I've only seen the first one. I haven't seen the second one yet.
Yeah,
Avatar.
I've never seen any of those.
Oh,
yeah, we're talking about Avatar, which I know Terrence is actually excited for, which is a good segue.
Well, wait now, hold on. Excited is a strong word.
I thought you were excited to play the Avatar game.
I am.
Miss Pandora or whatever it's called.
Yeah, it's got a crazy title. I am okay. I'm curious to play it because I like Far Cry, and I didn't like the Avatar movies because it's absolutely, the plot is ridiculous. I like the movies. I'm not even gonna go into it. I don't like the movies. But like some of the different stuff about the Na'vi was pretty cool that they're doing in this game. Like you can fly on the back of those birds, which is nice. I don't know if you have to do the whole attach your tail lovemaking thing to do it, which that was weird. But because
having not seen the movie, that's a very weird sentence.
Oh damn! You ain't seen it? Oh, bro. Yeah. Okay. So
not.
like, okay, I'm gonna tell you like this. So they got like the this long ponytail thing, the blue people, right? And well, they have at the end of it is like these little tendrils that come out, and like when they fly on these beasts, they pick up this other little like thing on this guy, and they kind of put the two together like stereo cables, and they kind of entwine, and you're like, oh, we're one.
That's super
and then
weird.
you fly. Nigga, is very weird. Like the movies aren't good, but anyway, the game is like Far Cry supposedly, and I dig Far Cry, so I figure, I'll check it out.
I like
so
how
I'm more
you're
curious than excited.
I like how your enthusiasm for this is a little like waning. This motherfucker been talking about Skull and Bones for.
True.
When you actually are getting like wood and stuff, like you can come off the ship.
Man,
Don't
I
just
love
say
it here. I love it here. Listen, I'm I'm still curious about Skull and Bones. Like I'm not going to buy it. I said that. I'm not going to spend $70 because it's probably
Well, you don't have to worry about that because it's never coming out.
Oh, well, I know, right? That's what I was going to say. Like it's never coming out, so I'm okay. But if it does, and I, end up with it or whatever, I'm not going to pay for it. But I am curious about it because I do like pirate stuff. Again, it's one of those things that, scratches that itch or things that I have a bit of, I guess, a passion for. I don't know if I'm passionate about piracy, but I dig it. So I, kind of, yeah.
He has a
But yeah,
passion
okay.
for piracy. Make sure you take note of that, FBI.
Hey, listen, that's fine. I'm an old man. I've done stuff in my days. If they come knocking at my door, I've told my wife and my kids, like, I'm just gonna be like, oh, y'all got me. All right, let's go. Just whatever. It's fine. I had a good run.
All right. Well, I guess
I just want to say, hold on, before Terrence gets into his stuff, I just want to make a comment based on the fact that I just saw in this cutscene in this game.
Did you see it?
No. Dragon Quest continues the trend of really stupid final villain names. So number one, they introduce a Dark Lord whose name is Hadlar, which is dumb, but not the worst. And he starts talking about his boss, who is the Dark King, okay? A mighty god of the underworld, okay? And his name is Vern. Now it's Vern, Vearn, but it's pronounced Vern.
Know what I mean, Vern?
So it's like my new master is an omnipotent god of dark, the Dark King Vern.
I mean, Jim Varney's,
Know what I mean?
Know what I mean, Vern?
Yeah, it's they continue to have some lame ass villain names in Dragon Quest.
Sure, it's short for Vernon.
I mean, that's not a lot better.
Is this the Beast one? The Pokemon one? Is that what
No. This is Infinity Strash.
Oh, okay.
Adventures of Die.
Die.
Adventures of Die. Every time you say that, it sounds like... You remember X-Men, the arcade game?
Mm-hmm.
I do.
You remember Magneto when he's like, X-Men, welcome to Die.
Welcome to Die.
Oh, man.
I love that game. I played that game so much in the arcades.
Yep. Same.
And the Avengers game, man, I played the shit out of the Avengers game too.
Oh, excuse me.
Vision was my character in that.
If you were playing really good, you could like stun lock enemies in X-Men the arcade game. And there were certain enemies who would just constantly say the name over and over again. So, like, I remember if you were fighting Wendigo, if you remember Wendigo.
I do, yeah, of course.
He'd always just go, Wendigo, like that. But if you were beating the crap out of him, he'd go, Wendigo, Wendigo. He was like,
man,
out of him.
Old arcade games just had some annoying ass voice lines.
Yeah, they did. Oh man.
Yeah. The Nightcrawler was my character in that game.
Man, we spent way too much time in X-Men Legends doing the fucking Thriller dance.
Oh fuck yeah. Yeah, that game was great. But yeah, we did a lot of the Thriller dance. I keep waiting for
and bring back.
I keep waiting. I've said it before, but I'm really, really hoping that there's two things that I hope for out of Insomniac. Okay, and they've given Marvel fans a lot over the last several years, but there's two things that I hope for. I hope that at some point we get playable Daredevil in the Spider-Man series, and I hope at some point that we get playable Nightcrawler in the Wolverine game and or series. Those are because where I've given up hope that I'm ever going to get a Nightcrawler game on his own. So I've got to hope that he gets appearances in other games. So I hope that he is included in the Wolverine game, but we don't really know anything about the setting or anything yet. So I have no idea if it's pre-X-Men, during X-Men, or post-X-Men. So
wasn't
we'll see.
He playable in that shitty first movie license game, X-Men?
Oh yes, Yes, he was. Yeah. I don't really think about that
He
game,
probably
but
doesn't
yes,
count
he
that.
was.
Yeah, he probably
Yeah.
doesn't count that. So
Yeah.
I was just
The
thinking who would
only
be hard to do his abilities for, like, because of his teleport, and like that would be. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I mean, you just have to put some, I think, reasonable. Here's what I'll say: we're finally at a point where the technology feels like it could do
Hmm.
his teleport because the SSDs load stuff so fast.
Yeah.
Um, but um, but yeah, I don't even care. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just give me something because Nightcrawler gets no love ever.
He don't. I feel it. I feel you. He doesn't. And I don't hate Nightcrawler. I'm not like one of his super fans, but yeah, he don't.
All
All
right,
right.
Terrence, what you got?
Oh, well, I got 99 props. No, I'm just kidding. I for real like I haven't played like too much this week because I've had a lot of stuff going on. Um, so it's been Call of Duty mainly. So since the multiplayer and the zombies and everything opened up, I've been playing a decent amount of that. The zombies is really fun. And I never messed with it in the other games. So this one is open world and it's like a map the size, and I don't know because I know they're interchanging maps and stuff like that, and I don't remember what was in Modern Warfare 2, the old one, versus what they put in this one and all the other shit. So if I say something that's incorrect, please don't find me on Twix and come at me because I'm admitting it right now. Um, so it's a very big map that I think it's one of the ones from Warzone for the zombies, and it's 24 players that's on a map, squads of 3, but you can, like, when you're starting the game, you load in with 3 people, but you can team up with any of the people that are on there, so you can have a squad of everybody that's in the match. Um, and then and Oh, where was I? I'm sorry. The zombies. Yeah. So you can end up with a squad the size of everybody, or like the size of the lobby, and it's just the players versus the zombies. So there is no human enemies like you would find in normal Warzone, but like the zombies spawn everywhere, and the map is kind of sectioned off. Like the outer edges are like level 1 where it's easier. Then there's like an intersection that's yellow that's level 2, and then there's a inner circle from that's red, that's level 3 where the hardest stuff is at. I've only seen the level 2 part because I'm just playing with one other person. You need, like, you really need to work together to do some of the stuff on there. And just like Warzone, like the DMZ, there's contracts or separate missions that are all spread all throughout the map, and you can see them on your mini map, and you go and you'll pick up a contract, and it might be to escort this tank somewhere, because there's human mercenaries out too that you have to fight against too. So there's humans and zombies, or excuse me, they're humans, but they're not actually player controlled. They're AI. um but the missions are like, escort different things, or protect this point and stuff like that, and you gain currency which you can then use to pack a punch, which is on the map as well, to upgrade your weapons. And then the different boss monsters are out there, like the mauler and mimics and stuff. And then, just like in the other zombie games, it's still a giant puzzle. Like, we've come across like runes in a wall with no explanation of how, what to do with it. And you'll come across a lot of stuff like that. Like, we found a dog house that was on fire that said "feed me," that you could access. And then after a while, we found like this blue drop that was like this. It was meat, this pile of meat, and if you give it to that house, it'll spawn one of the fire dogs that will run with you. And oh my god, that thing is awesome. Like, so not only does it attack all the other zombies that you're doing, but if you go down, he'll stop what he's doing and he can revive you, which in zombies you get one down. So if everybody is incapacitated, then you can't get back up. There's nobody to revive you. But if you have that dog, he'll get you both back up, or on your team, and you can keep fighting. um Again, I'm reviewing Modern Warfare 3, so this will all be in there. But yeah, the zombies mode is a lot of fun. There's a lot more to it now. And then obviously the end game is you have to extract. So whatever you extract with, you'll get to take back with you, and then you can bring back for your next run. So any of the guns and stuff you take, the caveat is if you have, you know, paid to pack a punch a gun, like you've upgraded and everything, once you come back to your base, you lose all those upgrades. So you get like the gun itself and all the attachments, but it'll be like at level 1. So it'll be like if you found it with nothing on there, which is fair. It gives you something to shoot for and do in the matches. Multiplayer, I mean, it's Call of Duty multiplayer. The maps I do know are all redone from Modern Warfare 2, which is weird. The original Modern Warfare 2, like I don't know why they didn't do that when they made Modern Warfare 2 and just didn't do that with, the whole naming thing and stuff that they done is just super confusing. But I mean, it's Call of Duty multiplayer. I mean, it feels good. They quieted the footsteps because that was a big problem in Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer. When you're running around, it just sounded like an elephant down the hallway. Like you always heard people coming, and then sometimes it'd be your own footsteps, and you try to sneak. You know, oh damn, that's me. Lord, I thought I was being followed. Like it's crazy. Anyway, you know, the gunsmith, all that stuff is there. It's solid. I mean, I like it. I liked Modern Warfare 2. I feel like this is Modern Warfare 3's multiplayer is a step up. I was seeing on Twitch some people don't, but that's mainly the niggas that, you know, say they're not gonna buy Call of Duty ever again, but then buy Call of Duty to play it and then hype it for a little bit and then go back to complain about it. And it's a vicious cycle that they go through, which is wild. But yeah, the campaign is it's not a 4, it's a 6. The campaign is a 6. I mean, they reuse I think a lot of stuff from the Warzone, which I think we talked about last week. But it's not horrible. Like it's not that firefighter game that I can't even think of the name of.
Quantum Error.
There you go.
I was racking my brain. I still can't finish it.
Damn.
Game sucks.
Yeah.
So bad.
You probably ain't the only one either. But yeah, beyond that, I think like I got to dabble in some of the stuff I played before, like Song of Nunu, which I'm wrapping up the review for that. I played Man Without It. Y'all probably already talked about that. Did you talk about
no,
like
nobody. I think I'm the only one who played it.
Oh, damn. Okay. Well, I played it up to I think I'm on chapter 2. Like I haven't played it a whole lot. But I like it. Go ahead.
It's so funny that Wombat was talking about Infinity's trash earlier, and he's like, I watch cutscene, I fight 2 dudes, I watch cutscene, That is Like a Dragon.
For
man
sure.
who erased his name. Because, like the first hour and a half to 2 hours of that game is a lot of talking.
Yep. And reading. God dang it. Like, I swear, I just don't. Oh, I do not, and I'm sure we'll talk about it in the news with the voiceover stuff. I would prefer to be able to hear the words so I can multitask, because I know some people, and you know, when you're playing something or whatever, you're like dialed in, right? And so you can read the words on the screen and everything. I don't like to do that because I feel like I miss like camera angles and stuff that they're showing in the action, and that just comes from my, I guess, love of film, because directors and cinematographers, they show you certain things in certain shots on purpose, and I feel like I'm missing that because I have to read the words. So that annoys me. And you're right, it is a whole lot of cutscenes in the first hour,
but goddamn, it's so good though. Like,
it is.
Kiryu is such a great character, man. He is just such a great character. And, like, they made him straight out of the gate. Like, I don't know how much you've played of Yakuza, but this game takes place after the events of 6, which were very devastating.
I heard.
And there's a whole, like, they recap it at the beginning of this game with what he did and where he went. I won't say anything because I know maybe Wombat hasn't played it yet, but
I have not.
So, like, they kind of recap it all, and then, like, at the beginning of this, it's just like, Kiryu is just like this fucking legend badass, and he just wrecks people so hard.
Yep.
It's so good. It is so, so good. I love it so much. I love these games.
Yep. I have, like, once they let you have control of the city and run around and you have objectives and stuff. Man, I was just running around giving people hands. Like, I was just looking for people to fight with. Like, dude, oh, God,
it's crazy, too, because, like, I know, Drew, you just played through Like a Dragon, like recently.
Yeah.
And when you first get into the city, you're like, oh shit, let me go find Ichiban. Because like it is like that little like walk along the river. You literally start right at the homeless camp where Ichiban is at.
Yep.
I thought this takes place before Like a Dragon.
It does, but it takes
what I was
place
about
like
to say.
right as it.
Oh, so it's taking place during Like a Dragon.
Simultaneously with Like a Dragon, yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
So when you're at the camp, it's like, oh, the doctor says there's somebody in that tent, but I can't go in there. That's your boy. That's Ichiban.
That's Ichiban. And like apparently when you finish this game, you get a playable teaser of Infinite Wealth.
I was going to say that.
Infinite Wealth.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because that's what this leads into.
I was about to say, because, I mean...
No spoilers.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No spoilers, because I'm definitely going to play Like a Dragon.
Oh,
so.
This is
people don't show up in Like a Dragon until...
That's because they were...
way late.
Yeah, they were doing other stuff, so there you go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good though. Like I said, I told y'all I found, because I went to some arcades and played stuff, and I found that Sonic fighting game that I swear I had never heard of, and I was like, this is awesome, because I was telling my kids when we heard somebody say something about like he was gonna beat the Mario coins out of somebody. I was like, man, I'm gonna slap the Sonic rings out of you. Here I am playing a Sonic fighting game where you literally are slapping the Sonic rings out of them. It was just great. It was great. Like that Yakuza or Like a Dragon, excuse me. That game is awesome. There's so much stuff to do.
That's
like
a huge
all the restaurants and stuff. Like God.
That's a huge get for Game Pass. Like such a good game.
Do you think Game Pass will get Infinite Wealth?
Not at launch, I don't think.
Yeah.
I think the big mainline games are going to be like a year after. Because this is a truncated game. I think if I read somewhere it's like only 20 hours, which I know only is a crazy word to use with 20 hours, but if you've ever played a Yakuza / Like a Dragon game, 20 hours is a short trip.
Which one's only 20 hours?
This new one, the man who erased his name.
Gaiden.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like it was supposed to be DLC, and then they like just turned it into a full game in 6 months, and like said fuck it. So, but yeah, it goes back to the old straight up action style, and Kiryu has a goddamn scorpion whip.
Nice.
Like he can grab people with it and pull them into it. It's so good.
Pull them. Yep. It's so good. It's so good. Have you got his Yakuza fighting style? Because that's his.
No, like I love how they do the moves in this one, because he gives you like an instruction book, and like you could just read through the book and learn new moves with money. It's so fucking cool.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun. And
they use money now instead of experience?
Yeah, it's money.
Yep.
Good,
yeah.
so it's like zero again.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Got to
I think
invest
that's
in
the one I
yourself.
played.
Yeah.
That was like the one that was in the 80s? Is that?
Yeah, that's
Zero?
Like there's a mission
Okay,
literally
Zero.
with like a big ass 80s cell phone. I remember that mission.
Yep. Yeah, I played that one. Okay. Yeah, this new one is good, and I want to finish it because I want to play the demo for Infinite Wealth or trial. It doesn't even call it a demo. It says it's a trial. So
Yeah.
I'm sure it's just But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I played.
All right, I'll wrap it up real quick. I did get the new Mario Kart 8 is finally complete. So
Finally.
all of the courses are there's 96 fucking tracks in that game now.
God damn.
Yeah. 96 courses in that game.
How do you decide which one you want to do?
I mean, you play them all. Like you just go, man.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, I played one of the cups. So like I meant to play the other one, but I had some shit to do Friday night. So I played just through one of the cups. I mean, it's still good. Like they added 3 more characters, I think. Like was it Funky Kong? And what's the girl's name from Odyssey, the singer? Is it Pauline? Yeah.
Pauline, yeah.
They added her, and they added another Kong, but I can't remember which one it is. And so far the tracks are really good. There's a couple in there from Mario Kart Tour, because there always is. I can't remember what the other ones are from. I just know that they're really good. Mario Kart 8 is like one of the best games ever. It's so fucking good. I played one arcade run of Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. I mean, I don't... Like, the first game was fine, and everybody was like, this is mid, and then this one comes out, and everybody's like, this is fucking excellent, and I'm like, I don't see a big difference. Like,
Okay.
I mean,
that's what I was wondering.
it
Yeah,
plays the
'cause I've been
same.
reading that.
It plays the same. It looks the same. It's got the same limited like voice lines. Like I don't. Maybe it's got more characters. I don't know. It's just
Okay.
weird. It's
Yeah.
not bad. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just kind of just more of the same.
Gotcha.
Whatever. I'm gonna tell you that I really think I'm gonna put Mortal Kombat 1 on my list of most disappointing games of this year.
Oof.
Because they put
Ooh.
Omni-Man in, and I went and I downloaded it, and I played it for like 10 minutes, and I'm like, I forgot. So, anybody who knows me knows that I play a shitload of Mortal Kombat.
Sure.
I have not unlocked a second fatality for any character in this game.
How much
Damn.
time would it take to do that?
You have to grind the character to level 14, which probably
How
takes...
long would that probably take?
You have to play one character. Remember that, one character. You can't play anybody else. Probably about 15 to 20 hours.
This is online?
No, you can earn it in like the single player mode, but that's the problem. The single player.
Do you earn more if you're online?
I don't know. I didn't play a ton online,
Okay.
so
I'm just out of curiosity of like, is there a way to speed that up?
there are videos out there of like, here's a mission in the invasions mode that you can grind, which is ridiculous. That you have
That's
to
what I want to
grind.
do is grind in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, for a
Right.
fucking fatality.
I didn't know
Yeah,
this was Destiny.
Bullshit.
Right? World of Warcraft. Like, we out here. Yeah, just kill all these apes. You get leveled up. Like, my goodness.
Like
It's
this
Mortal
game,
Kombat.
this game is structured like it's a fucking free-to-play mobile game.
Yeah, that sucks. I'll once it
weird.
drops way down in price, I'll pick it up so I can play through the story.
Story's excellent.
Man, this is
Yes, it
the
is.
first. This is the first Mortal Kombat game that I haven't bought in the launch window in God, a long time.
And you know what makes it the most miserable is that it's the best fucking playing Mortal Kombat game.
And that's what I've heard. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
And I just don't
So-
get, like, how do you fuck this up so bad? Like, it's so disappointing. Oh, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
And
that really sucks.
I've heard like the competitive community is not happy either because like a lot of the characters are broken and like there's one or two cameos that are just like if you don't use them you're gonna lose kind of thing, and it's just like I don't know, man.
Yeah, I saw I feel like that's most of the conversation I've seen about the game is basically what combinations of character and cameo that you have to use to be able to be successful.
It's all min-maxing shit, and I'm like, that's not why I play Mortal Kombat. I play Mortal Kombat because it's fun. Like every character is fun to play, kind of deal, and it's just
Yeah, I don't know that that's why anybody plays Mortal Kombat. Like,
No.
does anybody play Mortal Kombat to min-max unless you're like Sonic Fox?
no, you don't. And like
Apparently, they don't like doing that either.
the invasion mode is so fucking boring.
What exactly
Yeah.
is invasion mode?
It's basically just modified fights on a fucking board game board.
No.
And like they're not even like I hate Mortal Kombat fights where it's like the enemy does poison damage and there's fucking turkeys falling from the sky and whatever else dumb shit that you've got to deal with while you're fighting. Like that stuff is not fun, and that is all invasion is. And I just no crypt. The towers are hidden away somewhere. This game, man, if it weren't for the story and how good it plays, I wouldn't even have cared. That really depresses me too, because like,
Yeah, that's a real shame.
I don't know.
Wow, nothing gonna be in your top 10, huh?
I don't think so.
Oof.
I'm sorry. This year is like it would have been in my top 10 in any other year, but 2023 has been too fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
the only indie game that really stuck out to me this week was a game called Devil Engine Complete Edition, and it's a horizontal shooter with some just fucking outstanding pixel art. The weapon system reminds me a lot of Contra, where you have different weapons you pick up, like a spread gun, a homing gun, a laser gun, and also like you can switch between them. But the thing is like if you just find one you like and you can pick up other power ups, like it'll increase the power of the one that you're carrying.
Mm-hmm.
And it plays so well, and it just like that pixel art. Like I don't normally get excited about pixel art, but there's something about this game that the pixel art just really gels with me, and it looks fucking fantastic. And it is hard as balls. Like this game whooped my ass.
What's the name of it again?
It's called Devil Engine Complete Edition. But I absolutely adored this game. The rest of the indie stuff I played this week was just so blah. I played some more RoboCop. This goes back to Ryan's conversation earlier, or Drew's conversation earlier of like, I just don't have time.
Yeah.
And RoboCop's checkpoints are so fucking few and far between. I love this game. I do. I did the fucking mission where you have to get the box for the news reporter and store it at the convenience store. And like that mission, like there was 0 checkpoints to that entire mission. It was like a 20-minute mission. And like that is just the norm in that game. Oh, I also did the go to the video store and look at all the videotapes, and Pickles just kept telling me about the movies, and I was like, this is fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like,
that game is awesome.
Yeah, he's just like, this movie was this, and I really enjoyed the cinematography. And RoboCop's like, it sounds like you know a lot about movies. And then the people bust in and you shoot them all in the face. I was like, God, this game 100% captures RoboCop, and I love it. Such a great game. Played a little more Alan Wake 2. I made it through the first Alan Wake segment where you do the TV show. I need to just hold off on playing this game because the audio sync in that TV interview was so bad.
Yep.
Oh my God. It looked like it was dubbed. It was so bad.
And it doesn't get, there's another part, I don't remember if that was all part of the one thing. The We Sing part, when you go through and it's an Alan Wake bit where the sync is messed up like that too. And it's a big part of it as you're playing, like you'll see, like I don't want to spoil it, but you'll see, and I'm like, God, and all these patches that they put out, like I've yet to see that they have fixed that issue on Xbox with this audio syncing.
Oh, it's so bad. It is like some of the worst audio sync I've ever seen in a video game. And for a game that spends a hell of a lot of time talking, it takes you out of this experience so much.
They at least acknowledge that they're working on it.
They've mentioned it a couple times, but like every time
there was a bullet point.
Yeah, like every time they do a patch, they don't fix it, and I'm like, man, fix your fucking video game.
Like, because the game is it's good. The story is good. Oh my God, and shit is popping off with because I'm further in Alan Wake's tail with the chase for Mr. Scrat. Oh my God, it's good. And then I switched to play. Actually, I did play some of that. I switched to play Saga because I hadn't played it at first, so I played a bit of her story. But it's so good. But them audio issues, and then occasionally when I boot it up, when I load into the game, I don't have audio at all, and then you have to restart the game, and that usually fixes it. But I mean, I shouldn't have to do that. Like, I mean, why can't y'all patch this?
When did that game come out? Like, how far out are we? It's been like 3 weeks, right? 2 or 3 weeks?
Almost a month.
Okay. Yeah. At this point, fix your fucking video game. Like, I don't know, it's frustrating, especially when a game is good and you want to play it, but like I don't want to ruin my experience.
Yep. Yep, and I'm supposed to review it. Like, and that's why I'm taking it slow because I don't want to ruin my experience because I want to experience it, but I know I have to get a review out too. Like, I'm about to just have to say fuck it and go deal with it. But, like I was hoping they would have it, done by now because like you said, they've done like 3 patches and they've acknowledged it was like a bullet point saying that we know there's audio issues or sync issues on the Xbox Series. That's it. That's all we've heard. Like, okay, what the fuck you doing about it? Like, man.
Yep. And I booted up UFC, played 1 match, and immediately deleted it. that shit ain't my jam. Like no, I'm good.
All right then.
Like the first time you go into a grapple and you go down on the ground and it shows you like 27 button combinations, I'm like, who the fuck wants to play this?
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking it was gonna be like Fight Night, but then I forgot UFC does do all that.
Like it literally goes to the ground and there's 2 pages of like hold LB, press X, hold LB, hold right trigger, stand on your head, do a circle. Like like this is a tutorial match. This is a tutorial match.
UFC's always been that way.
Yeah, I'm like, nah, this ain't for me. Like, I can't do this. No, thank you.
I wish that we would get a new boxing game, but unfortunately, the state of fucking boxing is.
Yeah.
It's all just like celebrity attraction matches and bullshit. The fact that the Paul brothers are 2 of the higher grossing boxers at this point is just ludicrous.
Dude, YouTube has changed like media so much from like you talk about boxing, but like Terrence said, we'll talk about later, like voice acting as well, and just like it's just like who's popular, whose name can we put on this, like even if they're not good at it, which I hear one of the Paul brothers is pretty good. Like I don't watch.
I mean, they're both. So Jake Paul is the better boxer, but like. Better is relative. Like he hasn't fought
anybody.
A boxer, an actual boxer in his prime. He's fought over the hill former MMA guys who weren't boxing specialists. Like I don't know.
So basically,
one of them fought Floyd, but it was like the biggest joke fight of Floyd's career, and Floyd's like. Yep. In his upper 40s or 50s anyway. I don't even remember how old Mayweather is at this point, but like, I don't know. He
was just in there for the paycheck anyway.
Yeah.
And that's like just like learning this stuff through the osmosis of like Twitter. Like, wasn't there a build-up of one fight for like? It feels like the build-ups are so long, and then the fights are like 2 minutes, and somebody just gets fucking smashed.
That happens. Yep, that happens.
Yeah, and you know what? I'd rather that than what it feels like we're also getting a lot of lately, which is matches that are designed to go the distance and end in a decision so that nobody gets knocked out. Like,
that's true.
It's hard to watch. It's hard. Not that I want to see people get knocked out, but it's hard to watch boxing when it feels like pro wrestling. Like if I'm gonna watch something that has a predetermined outcome, I'd rather watch pro wrestling, because boxing, when it seems obvious that the outcome is predetermined, is like, it's so miserable to watch.
Yeah.
So it just, I don't know. I love boxing, and so it's a real shame, the state of the sport these days. It's just awful. I mean, there's still some matchups to look forward to in the heavyweight division, but like, I don't know, even a couple years ago, we had Canelo and GGG, but those guys, they've already fought at least twice, maybe 3 times now. And the last one, I don't know, wasn't that great. So there's just not much attractive about boxing anymore. And so UFC gets all the press, and so UFC ends up with the games and stuff. And I don't mind UFC, but I just much prefer actual boxing.
Same.
And I just don't feel like we're ever going to get another fight night, because boxing doesn't have the cachet
nobody cares
that it used to. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I agree.
But if they did a fight night Legends or something like that, and just gave you a bunch of classic boxers and threw some new ones in there too. Hell, I don't even care if you put the Paul brothers in. Logan's going to end up in the next WWE game anyway. So, I'd take something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do like a Legends of Boxing, like they did with Legends of Wrestling, kind of thing?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, they and it's not like they haven't done that before. Legends of the Ring was a boxing series on the Super NES, and I think it was on Genesis too. But yeah, I mean, even something like that I'd take, because at this point it's like if you want to play a boxing game, you're stuck playing one of the like Rocky games or like Creed VR, or
You're right.
or you're stuck playing like one of the I have a 99-cent boxing game that I bought on Switch that's lame.
Just give me straight up Atari boxing, man. Remember that? The overhead?
Yeah, overhead.
I played the shit out of that game, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of new games, boy, there's a lot coming out this week. I don't even know how these games are going to succeed, because like when I go through this list, there's a little bit of fucking everything. So we're going to kick off with Series X PS5 titles. Spirit Tea, Coral Island, Crusader Kings 3, Fate of Iberia, Farm Simulator 22 Premium Edition, Karma Zoo, Not for Broadcast Bits of Your Life, Remnant 2 The Awakened King, Super Crazy Rhythm Castle, UFO Robot Grindizer The Feast of the Wolves, Warhammer Age of Sigmar Realms of Ruin, Lake...
That's this week?
Yeah, this is all this week. Lake Season's Greetings, Lily and Puzzle World, Teardown, The Last Faith, Tri-6 Infinite, Dredge The Pale Reach, Flashback 2, Jagged Alliance 3, Power Wash Simulator Back to the Future, Prison City, Smoots Pinball, Johan the Parhelion, Blaze in the Deep Blue, Bluey the Video Game, My Time at Sandrock, Naruto X Boruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections, Persona 5 Tactica, and The Walking Dead Destinies. That's all this week.
That's ridiculous. Oh my God. Like 4 of those games, I think I'm going to review that. Jesus, I didn't know all that shit was this week.
PlayStation 5 is a lot of the same. We're also getting Paper Man, Adventure Delivered, Koi Koi VR Love Blossoms, The Last Faith, Eternites, Survivor Castaway Island, Deep Rock Galactic, Christmas Massacre, Tetris Effect Connected, and Tiger Blade. So, a couple video games out this week.
Yeah,
what was the Deep Rock Galactic on?
It's just PlayStation 5 version.
PlayStation. I thought it was already on PlayStation. I didn't realize they didn't have it yet.
I think it was like started as an Xbox only, and then because it was in early access. So.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was, and PlayStation doesn't have one of those.
I would like to play that game. So
it's good.
What's on Game
maybe
Pass?
I'll check it out eventually.
It's still on Game Pass.
It is on Game Pass. Yeah,
is
it's
it?
on Game Pass.
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out at some point.
PS4, Xbox One, it's mostly the same stuff. We're starting to kind of phase those consoles out a little bit, but we are getting the King of Fighters 13 global match on PlayStation 4. That looks like that might be the only game that's only on the old systems there. Xbox One, I mean, it's a lot of the same stuff. We're getting Hades Star, Dark Nebula, whatever that is. Yeah, Godspeed if you're releasing a video game this week, because Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's... Oh my goodness.
All right, Nintendo Switch.
Oh Lord.
People will money. That's all one word, by the way.
People will money.
People will money. Astral Ascent.
It's not wrong.
Hogwarts Legacy for the Switch comes out this week.
I can't wait to see that one.
Oh.
Right. Oh man.
Rogue Glitch Ultra, Turbo Shell, Zombies Rising Dawn, 30 sports games in one, Adventure Tanks.
Oh boy, I bet that's going to be great.
Oh, dude, you know you want to play that. That's going to be some good shit. Ast Libra Revision, Castle Invasion Thrown Out, as in THRONE. Get it? Thrown out.
Yeah.
Cats on Streets, Dream Island Town, Kraken Odyssey, Loot Box Quest, Mystic Maidens, Low Story, Mechanics Mind IQ Puzzle Adventure, On Rusty Trails, Prison City, Sociable Soccer 24, sorry, The Myth Seekers 2, The Sunken City, There Is No Light, Until the Last Bullet, Vampire the Masquerade Swan Song, Call of Sniper Combat World War II, Drag Racing Car Simulator, Runny K, The Forest Quartet, The Smurfs Learn and Play, and Super Mario RPG.
Wow. Forgot about that one this week.
Yeah, that's out this week. Fucking wild, man. Alright. So there's plenty of video games to play this week, so be sure to check those out. All of them. It's your duty.
Oh Lord, there's something for everyone.
Yes. Or there's everything for no one. But who cares?
And then there's that.
Let's do some news. Nintendo. Some highlights from their earnings call. Super Mario Bros. Wonder sold 4.3 million copies in 2 weeks. Which is a lot, but as the fanboys online will tell you, that's less than Spooderman. So, fuck you, Nintendo. You are no longer the king. Sorry, there was that whole well, the Switch has 150 million systems, and the PS5 only got 45 million, and more people bought Spider-Man.
Yeah, I saw that stuff on Twix, man. Lord.
Nintendo theme park areas are planned for Orlando and Singapore. There's over 38 million Nintendo Switch Online subscriptions and 330 million Nintendo accounts. That's wild. Alright, are you ready for the what the fuck news this week? Nintendo has announced a Legend of Zelda live-action film.
Yeah.
The movie will be produced by Shigeru Miyamoto, representative director and fellow of Nintendo, and Avi Arad, chairman of Arad Productions.
I'm not gonna lie. I trust Avi. I mean, and you got Shigeru in there involved as well. Avi has produced some pretty badass movies. The only thing I'm worried about with this is the look, because I don't know how. Who would play Link? Who could you see play Link?
Chris Pratt.
I knew somebody was gonna be a smart ass.
Honestly,
Chris Pratt
I don't
could be
know.
The fairy.
Yeah.
Listen. He can do that.
I don't know who you cast to play Link. I think the bigger question is does he talk?
That's the thing.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think
he will
has
talk.
to.
He will talk. The problem there is I feel like the best course of action would to get a no name.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Absolutely.
But is it going to pull people in to go see the movie?
Absolutely. The Legend of Zelda? Yes.
Yeah.
But a live action
the fact
Legend
that
of
it's
Zelda?
coming.
I think they should have. I think they should have done
TG.
cartoon. Yeah,
I think so too. Like Mario,
Okay, let me ask you this question: if Link doesn't talk, how do they squeeze in the joke about "Excuse me, princess"? I mean, that's going to be a joke, right? Because it's got to be funny.
Yeah.
Well, that's the question. Is this going to be a funny movie, or is this going to be a serious movie?
It's got to be lighthearted.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nintendo, I think.
I mean, Lord of the Rings has some lighthearted moments in it, but it's still a very serious movie.
Well, we ain't gonna see Link chopping off no Bokoblin's head or anything in this movie. I don't think.
I wouldn't think so. I don't think it'll be violent.
No, I don't think it would be.
I saw that Hunter Schafer said that she wants to play Zelda, which isn't actually bad casting, I don't think.
I don't know who that is.
Who is that at? Who is that?
I just posted a picture in the Discord.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
Okay.
She's in.
Does she have pointy ears already?
I was gonna say,
the picture kind of looks like it, but yeah, she's from what's that show with Zendaya in it?
don't know.
Oh, the one on HBO. My daughter
Euphoria.
watches that. Euphoria. Yeah.
Isn't that show kind of
Yes.
Hardcore? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whatever you about to say, yes. Like my daughter has told me about. Like, damn.
I can't
okay.
watch that shit, man. Once you have a kid, I can't watch that shit anymore. Like it's
That's what
it's
I'm
uncomfortable
like, yeah.
without having a kid, and it's even more uncomfortable when you have a kid.
Yeah, I agree. I
So
agree.
it's like it's also I've been like ever since I grew up. I'm a total proponent of like I don't need fucking in my movies. Like especially the way some of these movies do it. Like I just nah. There's an
Yeah, I
industry
feel
for
that.
that. There's an industry for that. You can go.
Yeah, and Euphoria, from what my daughter tells me, pushes those boundaries. Like, my God.
I mean, it's
But
HBO.
anyway,
HBO's
right.
like it should just be called home box office fucking. I mean, every show they do.
Nice.
Like
Yeah,
my wife and I
totally.
can't even watch like we used to watch Game of Thrones, and when we watched it, it's like, God, is this necessary?
See, I always thought that it was just me getting old because I've gotten to the point where I legit fast forward through sex scenes now. Like, I never did that when I was, you know what I mean? But I'm like, I don't need to see this. Okay, yeah, I get it. You could have just told me fade to black and went to the morning. I know what the fuck just happened. I don't need to see him do it. Like,
Yeah,
I just figured it was because I was old.
well, there definitely
Crazy.
won't be any fucking in the Zelda movie, so let's get that out of the way.
No. But I was gonna say, like, I think the look of the elf people. No, they're not elves. What are they? Harulians.
Hyruleans. Yeah.
Aliens.
I think,
Yeah,
yeah, because I don't know if any of y'all saw it, but the Amazon Lord of the Rings show, their makeup effects and stuff that they had for the elves and stuff was really good. So actually, I think they probably can pull it off. I just feel like it would have worked out better if they just did CG, like the Mario movie.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I made it about 3/4 of the way through the first episode of that Lord of the Rings show on Amazon. I was like, nah.
I finished it. I thought they did some kind of cool stuff about halfway through it, but I hated every single Hobbit in that entire thing. I was like, the Hobbits were so friggin' boring and dumb. The dwarf guy was really good.
Yes.
I enjoyed
The one-
his story.
Yeah,
Oh,
Thorin.
man. I just
Yeah.
think I'm
Yeah,
getting
he was
oversaturated on so many of the big IPs. Like I saw somebody say a Marvel movie came out this week, and I could not even be bothered. Like,
I haven't,
the
seen,
Marvels.
I haven't seen a
Marvels.
Marvel thing in 2 years.
like
I will say,
I don't know,
because
man.
I finished Loki season 2 this week. It was really good. I don't know if y'all have seen the first one.
I saw the
The
first
I
one.
saw
I
the first
enjoyed it.
season, yeah, but like,
Okay, you should watch the second season.
Well, there's been,
Yeah,
like,
but I mean,
there's been
well, do I
37
have to
other
watch
TV shows
yeah.
since that
Do I have to
fucking
watch
thing came
everything
out.
else in between there?
No, sir, you do not, because it picks up off the end of season 2, and they cover the bits that you would have to watch the other movies for. They cover at the beginning, like flashback thing, because it's really only Ant-Man for real, because it's all Kang based. So they haven't
Boy.
gone too deep into this. So you guys actually would be cool, like if you watch the second season, you don't have to see all the other crap.
You want to talk about like falling off a cliff? Like I think of
Yeah,
the last
Ant-Man
like
was-
4 Marvel movies. I'm like, man, they were not good.
And I agree, and I'm a Marvel fan, and I 100% agree with you. But Loki season 2 is fire. That it is redeeming. Like,
Well, I just
the
swapped-
acting is great. I think you'll probably like it.
Well, I just swapped my Disney Hulu bundle for Netflix for a few months, so maybe when I swap back the other way.
Yeah, check it out.
I haven't watched anything Disney related. Like I haven't watched any Star Wars stuff.
I didn't finish
all.
Ahsoka. I didn't finish Ahsoka or
Oh, you didn't?
what was the other one?
I don't know what the other one was. I only saw Ahsoka.
Well,
What was the
before
other
that, what was the one before that?
Oh, Andor.
Yeah, I didn't finish
The
Andor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Andor.
I
Yeah, I
didn't
didn't even
I
start
didn't
either
finish
one
that.
of those, and I haven't finished I haven't started season 3 of Mandalorian either.
I haven't either.
I did watch Mandalorian. It was good, but I did
Yeah,
not
don't believe
watch
the internet.
Andor or Ahsoka. I watched the first episode of Ahsoka and never went back to it.
I need to. I also need to finish Twisted Metal. I'm on the last episode of that. I need to.
Bro.
go
That was
back and watch
good.
that.
That was
Oh,
good.
that show's so good. Yeah,
It was.
Is that on?
It's been really good,
That's
but
on
I haven't.
Peacock.
Oh, it's on Peacock.
haven't
Oh, we got
finished
Peacock
it.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, man, check that out. Yeah, it's it's so good. Like
It's very
I
good.
can't wait for another season.
I think we're
Oh my God, the ending.
as crazy as it sounds right now. I feel like we're going into like video game movies are better than comic book movies and stuff.
I was about to, yes. Yep.
Like Five Nights at Freddy's was good. Twisted, like none of the stuff you think should have been good was pretty good.
Five Nights at Freddy's was garbage, dude.
I like that movie.
I liked it too. Were you a fan of the game? Did you?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm not a
okay.
fan of the
well,
game.
see, I'm not either.
So,
My kids were fans of the games, but I liked it.
What's funny is I didn't see it, but my wife and son went to see it, and my wife liked it more than my son did.
that's
And my
funny.
son's the one who's a fan of the game.
That's funny.
The game was not made for fans, apparently, because I enjoyed it.
No. I'm not a fan either. I just thought it was like, man, this is boring as shit.
I don't know how you got through all the Lord of the Rings show on Amazon. Like, my wife and I tried to watch it together. Couldn't even finish first episode. We turned it off.
Yeah, I haven't started that yet. I need to watch that too. I got too much shit to watch, man.
Cinematography on that show, chef's kiss, man.
It's good.
That show is beautiful to watch.
They produced a damn good show. There's just some things in there that's just kind of bad and boring.
I think that's the problem with
agree.
making everything a goddamn TV show. Is like you got to stretch it out over 13 to 15 episodes. And...
Yeah, that entire season could have been a 3-hour movie, and me could have been done.
I think that's the big problem.
They're doing that. They're doing that with the Harry Potter movies. The HBO is doing the Harry Potter story as a show on
as
HBO
a TV
Max
show.
now, and it's going to stretch out. Yeah, so now it's going to I think each season is going to be a book or something like that. They said, but yeah,
I think that's what it was. Yeah, they're going to have like 7 seasons.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I fell asleep during like the movie. I can't imagine what I do in a TV show. All right, PlayStation news. Elon done broke another thing because Sony is killing Twitter integration today.
Oh,
and isn't Switch doing it too?
Switch hasn't announced it yet. Xbox did it immediately.
Yeah.
So Xbox is gone. PlayStation is gone as of today. I assume Nintendo will follow suit as soon as they get the bill.
Yeah.
So, way to go.
Bowser.
You've literally... So Elon literally killed the button that was created for all these controllers this generation.
Yeah.
So, congratulations. Another thing ruined.
I mean...
Dude, good God.
How does it... I mean, if nothing else, the word for putting something on your social media site got added to the dictionary.
Right.
Because it was such a well-recognized word. They added tweet to the dictionary. And they've decided, oh, no, it's not tweeting anymore. It's posting. It's posting.
Which is what Facebook calls it. So
right.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Like, I don't understand what his end game is. Like, he spent all that fucking money to what? Watch it burn?
I mean, it's literally it's valued at like $9 billion. He paid $45 for it.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Like, I don't understand.
I don't think there's any turning it around either.
No, unless they get rid of him. If they get rid of him, then it'll turn around.
I don't even think that. I mean, most people who jumped off Twitter is not going to come back, and it's not like they're even going to a different social network.
But most people didn't jump off Twitter. They said they were. It's like all the people that were going to move to Canada during the election. I mean, it had to be expensive for them to come back. Oh, wait.
What I know is I can leave Twitter or X or whatever it is right now and be fine.
Sure, you can, but you didn't use it that much to begin with. The people that use it?
I don't know, man. You ought to go look at how many tweets I used to have back in the day.
Well, I know that you've been off, like, for the last few years. I mean, you've been off a lot of stuff for the last few years. But, like, people who use Twitter every day, they won't leave. They'll say they'll leave. They'll say they're leaving every day. They'll have their Blue Sky link in their fucking profile, and guess what? They tweet on, or whatever you call it on Blue Sky. Is it called skeeting? They'll skeet once or twice a year. And like, it's like, don't...
I'm gonna clip that.
Yeah, don't feed me your bullshit when you're not going to do it. Like, if you're going to do it, do it. This is just like the people that boycott Call of Duty. I ain't buying Call of Duty. Motherfucker, you done played 40 hours. Shut up.
Right, exactly. I'm done with Call of Duty. Nigga, you was the first in line to get the next one. What the fuck? Like, what?
Like, it's cool. Like, tell me all the things that you're not going to do that you're going to do anyway, because I don't care. Jesus, these people. Anyway. Xbox has a lot of news, so let's go through this. Apparently, President of Blizzard, Mike Ibarra, has said that Xbox has given them full autonomy, so they no longer have to answer to Activision or Microsoft. Blizzard is just Blizzard.
That's cool.
Which is good.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Xbox also lit up the internet with their announcement of In-World AI, where they announced a multi-year partnership to deliver state-of-the-art AI tools for game developers of any size, anywhere in the world, on every platform where players want to play. Boy, people were mad about this.
I mean, it just sounds like marketing crap.
Right.
I think people were mad about this because of all the layoffs this year, and if AI replaces some jobs, then
Yeah.
that's going to be the big problem. The fanboys use this, which I don't understand because Sony signed an AI agreement like 2 years ago. So, like, you don't have a leg to stand on there. It's all crap.
Stop referencing the fanboys.
I mean, I like to shit on them. Let me shit on them.
I mean, I think we all do, honestly.
Oh, but anyway, yeah, that's, I don't know. People were mad. Again, they said I will never play a game made with AI. Yeah, you probably will.
Oh, so you probably already have.
Yeah, I was gonna say you probably already have, and you most definitely will. So.
I bet you they use some sort of AI for GTA 6.
Oh, I guarantee you there was some AI in GTA 6.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not gonna play that. Oh wait, your Twitch channel requires you to play that, so you'll play that.
Exactly.
Anyway.
Wait, what? Is that something for real, or are you just saying that?
Which part?
The Twitch part.
People, they have to play certain games in order to get Twitch views, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
so you have to
sure.
play the hotness to get, to get people to come watch.
Yeah.
Dude, like, screw that hustle bullshit. Like,
Right.
I mean, why would you want to do that? I was streaming back in fucking 2007.
But you weren't doing it for a paycheck.
No, we did it for fun.
People don't
Like, we
do
did
things
it-
for fun anymore. They do it for money.
Yeah, everything's
Yep.
for money. That's the thing. None of these Twitch streamers are your friends.
Right. Say that
Like,
again.
none of these
Man.
video game companies are your friends.
What are
They
you
want
talking
your
about?
money.
I gave him my Prime subscription. He said, "Thank you. We're friends."
I know, right? We're totally gonna go hang out and get a beer sometime.
100%.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said that on his channel.
Yeah.
I have it clipped,
That's right.
and I'm gonna go to his house if he doesn't do it in the next year.
Oh, no,
Like,
man.
dude, I don't know. Like, sometimes I see it like in the news. Sometimes, like actual news. Like, this person got banned from Twitch. Who gives a flying fuck?
Oh, the thing that drove me nuts that I get tired of seeing is like celebrities who they stopped following on Twitter, whether it's sports people or actors or whatever. Like there was what was the example this weekend was like Gal Gadot said some nasty shit and somebody unfollowed her on Twitter and that was a news story. I'm like, I don't care.
I don't either. Like, stop living on the internet, guys.
Yeah, like
Exactly.
The thing that I'm tired of seeing already is the Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce. Like there were 6,000 posts on Twitter a couple days ago because they were seen holding hands walking into her concert, and then there were 6,000 posts about the fact that she kissed him after the concert was over, and 6,000 posts about the look on his face when he heard that she changed the lyrics to one of her songs to reference the Chiefs. And it's like, dude,
This
I
is a
don't
lot.
give a shit.
Right.
my dude, like you don't watch football like I
Like-
do. I am so
I'm so
tired of hearing about the
sorry.
Swifties.
It's
Oh,
like,
so
why is it a news story that they held hands walking into her concert? I got to tell you, that I guarantee you they've done more than hold hands. So unless they're doing that walking into the arena, I don't think
Right.
it's a news story.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I can't with this world.
I can't follow this stuff anymore. Like,
No.
you have to get into the real world, guys. And it's a cruel mistress.
Yeah, I try to beat that into my son's head all the time. I'm like, sorry, child, and ain't nobody gonna give two fucks about you when you get out in the real world. Like it's
Yep.
like
It's true.
you're safe inside these walls of our home, but as soon as you
Exactly.
step outside, it is
The only people that care about you when you get out into the real world are debt collectors.
Yeah, and they don't care about you.
Yeah.
They care about your money.
They don't.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
right.
All right. After the big hoopla, Microsoft employees will not lose their corporate benefit of free Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. The big Philly Spencer got in there and was like, "Nah, fuck this. This is bad PR."
Nah, y'all keep it.
Matt Booty says that Xbox is on track for 4 big games a year, plus smaller stuff in between. He recently visited the Coalition in id. Important that the studios work on stuff they're passionate about, and it's important that these studios connect with each other.
What do you think we see this year? Or next year, sorry. He said 4 games, so next year, what do you think 4 games?
Hellblade.
Yeah.
I don't believe Fable. I'm sorry.
No, I don't either.
I don't believe
think
Fable in
Fable's next year.
2024. I think Perfect Dark is 2026.
Yeah.
I don't think Perfect Dark's ever going to come out.
I mean, that may
At
be
least not
true
in the
too.
current iteration.
But I'm giving it as early. The earliest it'll come out is 2026. I think Fable is 2025's big game. What else did they announce? They announced Towerborn is a big game, right? Is
I
that
don't know what the hell
Yes.
it is.
I think that's next year. That's that
the guys
the
that
co-op
made
game.
they made 2 of them, the Banner Saga guys.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
What else did they announce that I'm
I don't
forgetting?
know.
That Rare game ain't never coming out.
Everwild.
Everwild, that's never coming out. Maybe they have another Hi-Fi Rush, like something we didn't know about. I truthfully think we either get Quake or Doom this year, or
I would say
2024.
a new Doom.
Yeah, I think it's time for a new Quake or Doom. Indiana Jones maybe in 2023.
Yeah.
Or 2024.
Next year.
Sorry. Maybe
I mean, they've
Indiana
shown
Jones?
footage of that, right?
No, they haven't shown the game at all.
No.
Okay.
Not yet.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe late 20. That may be their big like October, November game.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that's their big fall game. I think Hellblade's going to be like late spring, early summer. I don't fucking Flight Simulator 2. I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
Forza
probably.
Horizon.
So basically, we don't know.
What?
Yeah.
No, I don't think we see a Horizon this year. We just got Forza Motorsport. I think they wait another year. We're on 6, right? It'd be Horizon 6?
I have no idea. I've completely lost track of anything with respect to Forza or Forza Horizon.
Especially with that team also working on Fable, I don't think we see Horizon this year.
Wait, Turn 10 is making Fable?
No, Turn 10 doesn't make Horizon. It's Playground that makes Horizon.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, Turn 10 took what? How long did Forza Motorsport take? Like 5?
6 years, I think.
Jesus, and it wasn't even that good. I'm sorry, it wasn't. Like,
The Horizon series is the best of that.
oh, 100%. But I still don't think we see Horizon 6 in 2024. I don't know, man. Microsoft has announced a shitload of games, and most of them I have completely forgot about. I'm going to be real honest with you. Because they announced them way too early. And maybe they're trying to fix that. Maybe they'll announce some stuff this year that's actually coming out this year. I don't know.
You think we'll see some stuff at the Keelys?
I guarantee we see something at the Keelys, but I don't think it's going to be new. I don't know. We get the GTA trailer this week, right? That's the thing.
Is that this week?
Yeah. I think is it this week? Because they announced it
Pretty
last.
sure it's this week.
It's December.
Okay.
The trailer's December.
Gotcha.
First week of December, they said.
Could not care less.
Speaking of Matt Booty, his old position has now been given to Alan Hartman, who was previously corporate vice president of Playground Games. So there you go.
All right.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 had only 16 months of development. By the way, this is now Xbox news. Remember that. Activision Blizzard has announced officially that the Overwatch League is dead.
That's kind of crazy right there.
Yeah, it is dead. And the rumor is that Blizzard plans to outsource Overwatch League 2024 to Saudi Arabia-owned ESL Faceit Group.
Wow. Saudi Arabia is buying everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Them in China. China.
They got the cash money records.
Cash rules everything around me.
It does. Cream, get the money. $1 bill, y'all.
Numbers.
For the 99 and the 2000s.
Numbers.
Sorry.
Final Fantasy series has sold 185 million units across all 476 games. HD games are up 4%. Mobile and MMO down. Nintendo Switch is now at 132.46 million units sold. Their big games. Tears of the Kingdom has sold 19.5 million. Pikmin 4 sold 2.6 million. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has sold a whopping 57 million copies.
57 million copies.
Yep, just on the Switch.
Jesus Christ, man.
Oh,
that's wild.
Hold on. Animal Crossing New Horizons has sold 43.3 million copies.
That came out at perfect time.
Yep, perfect time.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, 32.4 million. Breath of the Wild, 31.1 million. And Super Mario Odyssey, 26.9 million. And somebody still wants to tell me that Nintendo is not the fucking king of sales.
They are.
Not
what with the Pokemon? You didn't even say a Pokemon game.
Nope, there's no Pokemon game on this list, but I can imagine it's up there as well. And like people are championing PlayStation sales at like 10 million. I'm like, hold my beer. Luigi's Mansion 3 did that. Like Nintendo games are just in a whole other world, man.
Yep.
And every one of them's pretty much quality.
Yep. Just as a comparison, Sony's earnings call, Spider-Man 2 sold 5 million in 10 days, which is incredible.
Yeah.
But still not even on the level. Like, that's only double what Pikmin 4 sold, which is like Nintendo's dumpster game, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Take-Two, GTA 5 sales have now reached 190 million units.
Yep. Second best selling game of all time.
Red Dead Redemption 2 has now sold over 57 million units.
Yep.
Jeez.
Yeah. And Mortal Kombat 1 has sold 3 million.
Cool.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat always has a long tail, but the bad word of mouth on this game might do it a little harm, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then WB comes out and says they want to do more live service games, so fuck Batman.
Oh,
Batman is
everybody
dead.
Everybody else is backing
Getting
away
out of
from
that.
live service games. And WB's like, you know what would be great? Let's just do more of it.
I mean, have you seen
Well, in Sony.
like their new like everything? They're canceling everything and selling off the rights to their TV shows. Like, did you know that like a bunch of the Justice League stuff is now on Netflix because Max sold it?
Well, I mean, they were smart enough to get rid of the HBO name, which is one of the more recognizable names in entertainment. So I'm not really surprised by anything WB does at this point.
Yep, they canceled that Wile E. Coyote movie this week.
Oh yeah, and that movie looked like I read the description for my wife and son, and I'm like, this movie sounds like it would have been awesome.
I know, I would totally watch that movie, but no.
Not so much.
WB just wanted a tax write-off. All right, release dates. Valfaris Mechatherion comes out November 21st.
What the hell you just said?
Don't ask me to repeat it.
The hell you say?
The Expanse, a Telltale series, is coming soon to Steam. Heads Up phone.
What was it on previously?
Everything else.
Wow, okay.
It was an Epic Game Store.
Oh, gotcha.
Heads Up Phones Down Edition is out now. All right, y'all. 2024 has been saved. As Braid Anniversary Edition is coming April 30th for everything, including Netflix, and it contains 15 hours of commentary from Jonathan Blow.
Man,
Oh my
What
god.
the heck is he talking about for 15 hours?
I mean,
I
have
was
you ever
disappointed in Soldier Boy making fun of his game.
heard that man talk? He could probably talk a lot longer. They probably had to truncate it.
That's correct.
Yeah.
I've never actually heard him talk. I've played Braid. I
Oh,
remember that game.
he is just an asshole.
As
Oh,
I
okay.
said on the Discord, I don't need to listen to more than 15 seconds to know that Jonathan blows. So
Yeah, I saw that and I laughed.
That dude is the most pretentious son of. Like, did you watch that video I sent you? He was
I did.
pissed that people liked his game because they didn't like it the way he wanted them to like it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch this video because I did
Yeah.
not watch it. Wow.
He's like, they liked it on a surface level.
They didn't like what I thought was the best part about that game.
Yeah.
What the heck?
This dude is an asshole.
Yeah, I like how it's exaggerated. Ass.
I mean, if
yeah, I
you
got it.
like, I'm pulling AVGN out here. It's like asshole.
I don't know. Like him, here's the thing that I will give him. I liked both the games that he made.
100%. They're good video games.
They're good video games. They're very intelligent video games. They'd make you think outside the box. But dude, be a little humble, man. Like, holy crap.
Like, there's so many of these people that make these indie games. Like, there was like this whole group of them. Like, Jonathan Blow was part of it. The guys from Meat Boy were kind of shitty.
Yeah, Phil Fish.
Phil Fish was kind of an asshole. Like,
oh, I remember hearing about him. He did the Fez game.
Fez,
Is that him?
Yeah, which is an
I remember
amazing piece of software. It is.
He was working on Fez 2, and Microsoft championed it, even announced it on their stage, and then he got mad at some people on Twitter and canceled it immediately.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't realize that. Wow.
Yeah. That dude, as far as I know, that dude just dropped off face of the planet.
Yeah, he was one of those people that doesn't need social media. We all know some of those people.
Yep.
But like, he just could not take any kind of commentary or criticism or any. Like, he would blow up on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
Man. Yeah. Wow.
I mean, he literally took his ball and went home. Like, he canceled his game.
Yeah.
So.
Wow.
I don't know, man. It's a weird world. Social media has fucked up a lot of people, and I know that there's mental health issues, but at some point you got to know when to just turn that shit off and
just
not use it.
Turn it off.
Like,
man,
if you can't handle social media, don't use it. Like, it's not the tool's fault that you can't handle it. It's just it's nasty out there.
Turn off the computer.
Yeah.
Put your phone down, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know it's hard, but you gotta do it sometimes.
Man, putting your phone down is one of the hardest things on this planet. Not picking it up is one of the hardest things on this planet. Just to look at something. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter what it is, whether you're Googling a song name or checking the news or doing something. Like, it's legitimately a crippling addiction, is what it is.
Mm-hmm. It most certainly is.
Speaking of live service games, Sony has delayed half of its planned live service games, which is 6, to release by fiscal year 25.
Yeah, those games are going to end up canceled.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely.
Jim Ryan started that ship, and I think they're going to course correct and get away from that because they realize it ain't going to work.
Yep, it ain't going to work. And WB is going to double down.
Because it's
Probably.
WB. EA and BioWare dropped a Mass Effect teaser for N7 Day, and according to Jeff Grubb, that game ain't coming out till 2029.
You are
awesome. I'm glad we got a teaser for it.
9. I said 9. 9.
Yeah.
9.
That game was announced in 2020.
Jesus.
Dude, when the hell's Dragon Age supposed to even come?
It's in development hell.
Yeah, heaven only knows. I've given up looking up stuff on that game because I have no idea when it's going to come out.
Yep. All right, what else we got here? Nearly everyone at The Escapist just quit a day after I think it was the editor-in-chief was let go.
Yep.
And then everybody quit, including Zero Punctuation, Yahtzee Crawshaw himself. And they started a new site called Second Wind.
Okay. I've never been to the Escapist website in
Same.
my life. I have watched Zero Punctuation stuff
Everybody's
before
watched Zero Punctuation. It's
on
Yeah.
good
YouTube.
shit. Yeah.
So why don't you just start a YouTube channel, dude?
I mean, that's
Right.
what the guys from Game Trailers did, right? They did the Easy Allies.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. Yeah, I mean the Escapist is basically nothing without Zero Punctuation. So that
Let's
I
say, yeah.
expect the whole thing will collapse at this point.
Which is hilarious because he didn't retain the name. Like, they own the name, but you're never going to get that again. I don't care who you put in that
Never
position.
gonna get it. Never gonna get it.
Speaking of other sites, Kotaku, a bunch of former staff there started a new site called Aftermath. Man, this feels familiar. Like when a bunch of big sites like fired everybody and they started new ones. Like, remember Giant Bomb and Kind of Funny and Polygon, and I feel like this happened once before.
Yeah, it did.
But if it's former Kotaku staff, then I expect it to just be awful. I'm sorry, like that. That site was just.
Yeah, no, I can't. I don't go to video game websites anymore.
I don't either. There's really no
I don't
point.
either.
Like, which is funny because we have one, so you should totally go to ours. But
I do go outside of ours because I read everybody else's reviews when y'all post them when I see it come up on Twitter. But outside of that, and then maybe IGN when they post a video or something that I find interesting, because most of the stuff on IGN is just fucking clickbait anyway. But yeah,
I mean, that's the thing is like we can post our stuff all we want to, but we don't do clickbait bullshit.
exactly.
Which is why we will forever stay making no money.
well, yeah.
Correct.
I mean, that's 100% true. Like, if there's not a controversy like when I was revisiting that shit from like a decade ago when we did the D-bag shit, like we got a lot of engagement on that, but it was just like people thinking it was real.
It was real, yeah.
And I was like, we tried to make it as obvious as possible that it wasn't real because I don't have any interest in just being clickbaity.
Yeah.
Because I'm not out here trying to make a living off of my website. That's just, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, how could you not? Because nobody reads it. They just read the headline and then start reading part of the article. But I mean, if you scroll down, the guy's name is Derek D-Bag.
And his last name is his code name is Punch Fister. Like,
Punch Fister.
And then it was a picture of me wearing aviator sunglasses with a backwards baseball cap holding an Xbox 360 controller, not smiling. I mean, I don't know. Whatever.
I mean, people got mad every year at if you remember Game Enforcer.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah,
I
the
remember
April
that.
Fool's joke. Like, people got mad at that, and it was like always funny to read the letters in the next issue of like people getting mad about it. Like, dude, how do you not know this is fake?
Yeah.
But then again, I see tweets online, and I am not surprised by the intelligence level of some people on the internet. So,
True story.
Hironobu Sakaguchi has started work on his next project.
What is it?
It doesn't say. It just
I'm working on something.
he's
That's
working
it.
on something.
That's it.
Valve announced the Steam Deck OLED launching November 16th. 512 gigabyte, 1 terabyte version, 549, 649 respectively. Slightly bigger display, 3 to 12 hour battery life, and Wi-Fi 6E.
Yeah, which is a pretty significant increase in battery life.
Well, there you go, Ryan.
I already bought one.
Yeah, but this
I
is
just bought one
new.
2 months ago.
This is
Do like-
new and shiny and fresh.
Do like Paris and put something on on
Yeah, I know. I
Twitch.
need to
Try to reach out to Valve. Be like, oh man, somebody stop me from
Man,
buying
come on.
this.
I don't have the community for that.
That's true. That's true. I don't. But to be fair, I don't have the community for that either. I've been doing this since 1996. I am really
Man.
bad at building my community. You have no idea. It's been
Right.
Your community sucks.
27 years, and I still ain't built a good community. I'm terrible at this.
Damn, man.
I apologize to everybody that I have not built a better community.
So we have jobs.
Right.
I don't even have a free chair.
I did get a
No.
couple free chairs. I did get
Also,
a chair.
do you know the chair that I'm currently sitting in has so many holes in it, and it was a hand-me-down from one of my old coworkers who said, "I don't need this chair anymore."
My brother,
think this
have you
chair is from like
priced-
2004.
Have you priced chairs? Them shits ain't cheap.
They are not. They are not.
No,
They
I'm
are
good. I'm good.
Everything is expensive, man. And these motherfuckers out here getting all this free shit. Like every time I see somebody post a controller, I'm like, I literally think you made a new color just so you could send it out to people. I'm like, how much money
Right.
just gets siphoned off on this free shit that goes out to these people who literally post 4 pictures of it on Twitter and then never talk about it again?
Yeah. Like it's crazy. And then they have multiple of the same thing. Like what the fuck does Paris need with 3 PlayStations? What the hell you doing, my nigga? You having a LAN party at the crib? Because I don't even think you can do that with them. So like, what the fuck?
I see all these like swag boxes that have clearly cost some money. Like there's something put into them, but they don't do anything.
Some of them are dope too. Like I would buy, like if they would make that a product and sell it instead of giving it to some dick for free, I'll pay you money because some of that stuff that they put together is super dope. Like the little like some of the Starfield stuff that they sent out, that's the only thing that came to mind. That but there's some of those little packages are cool, but man,
Yeah,
whatever.
it's,
I gotta get a community. Gotta get a community.
But I don't
That's
even
right. You don't
understand
have a
what.
community.
But why?
Maybe if you had a community, Terrence,
I mean,
Yep.
yeah, you
spent
gotta
more time building your community.
step up your
Yeah.
community.
Impossible.
Yeah,
It's
talking about
impossible to
Paris.
do it now, man. That's the thing.
Right, y'all done took all the niggas. Like who I'm gonna get? Who I'm gonna get? Scooter? Like ain't nobody left to recruit to a community. Like damn.
You gotta build a hate community. That's the ones that grow real fast.
Good.
Oh yeah.
I got enough
You know what?
problems in my life to be dealing with that.
Yeah,
Right. Lord.
To invent fake problems.
everything's a problem
Uh.
online. I want you to know that. It's a big problem too. Like it's not just this is an inconvenience. Like this is like
In the
detrimental.
world. Like yeah, it's a huge ordeal. Like whoo.
Yep.
Ugh.
Yeah, I mean, the
Guy dressed up as Snake. Having a meltdown.
Oh, yeah, the fanboy. Like he was having a meltdown because the PlayStation Showcase was bad.
Oh yeah.
I reviewed Ghost of Tsushima and they sent some motherfuckers a sword.
Yeah. Like
I
where
didn't
your
get a
sword?
sword.
What'd
You
you
didn't get
give
a
it,
sword?
Ryan?
Huh?
What'd you give it?
Where'd I get what I give it?
Yeah.
A 10.
You did give it a 10?
I did.
He
Yeah,
didn't
it's
get
one
a
of my
sword.
favorite
Dude,
games.
I
Where's our
sword.
fucking sword? Where is our
Right.
fucking sword?
I didn't get no sword.
Dude,
Take it back.
I gave that game a 10 and would give it a 10 again.
I'm gonna tell you this right
9.5.
now.
We didn't get a sword.
I've been capping for Xbox now for like 10 years, and them motherfuckers.
Hey, you're the biggest Xbox fanboy I've ever met in my life, and you ain't got nothing.
They
No,
wouldn't
they
even
give you
send
nothing.
me. They wouldn't even send me a goddamn controller.
That's messed up. 'Cause
Like
you know they send them out to everybody. Nigga,
Yeah.
if you just say I love Xbox, here's a controller. Like and you out here stomping for 'em
They didn't even invite you to fly a plane for Starfield.
I know,
Right.
right? Or drive a
None of
car
that.
for Forza. Like what the fuck?
You didn't get to get on stage at E3 and take off your sunglasses. You ain't get to do none of that, man.
No.
You didn't.
You didn't stop talking about this nigga. Like
Drew's a huge Sony pony, and Christopher Judge didn't even mention him in his acceptance speech.
I know,
He
and it
mentioned
was-
everybody.
He
It
ain't
was
done
40
yet.
minutes long.
He ain't done yet. He
He's
might
still
mention him
going,
later.
That's
still
true.
going.
He'll get
Drew
there
got-
eventually.
I'll tell you.
Drew
I'll
got
tell you.
mentioned in the untelevised part.
We can say this though. I got mentioned in the thing that matters. I am in the credits to Goat Simulator.
He is.
That's right.
He is
True.
in the credits to Goat
Nice.
Simulator.
That's right.
That's awesome.
No, legit, and I'm literally above Gabe Newell.
Nice.
I mean, the pecking order has clearly been established.
That's right.
Clearly.
That's right.
Clearly.
Oh, All right, let's finish up this news and get out of here. We got Larian's optimization of Baldur's Gate 3 on Xbox Series S has resulted in a 34% reduction of VRAM usage, so PC and other consoles will benefit. And y'all were shitting on the Series S.
Look at that, and it's helping.
I don't think we had to find a way to improve performance by 35% to get it to run on here. Is the flex that you think it is?
No, but it's funny as hell, ain't it?
It is funny.
Oh shit. Ubisoft laid off 124 people worldwide, which is always cool. Unity says they're probably going to do layoffs to improve profitability metrics.
See, this is why people were pissed about the AI stuff, but because what's going to end up happening is all these jobs are going to not all of them, but some of these jobs are going to end up getting replaced with AI coders.
Also, I'm not done yet. Digital Extremes laid off an unknown number of employees. And Embracer is talking about shutting down Free Radical.
Man. We should have never let them buy everything, because oh my God.
I keep hearing it in my head, and I can't say it out loud because it's totally offensive, but the Chappelle line where he's like, we should have never gave you money.
I say it all the time. We should have never, they should have never gave you niggas money. That's what he said. I say that all the time. Yeah, they are just ruined. And Free Radical is that's the Time Splitters.
Time Splitters.
Right?
They were the Time Splitters.
Homefront. Didn't they do Homefront?
Mm-hmm.
I
think maybe the first one or one of. I think they did do one of them.
But
The first one.
Because Time Splitters 2 is hidden in Homefront the Revolution.
Homefront the Revolution. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Makes me sad, man, because there was a new Time Splitters announced. Like, they announced it when they took that studio over.
Yeah, I thought I'd heard about a new one.
Nothing since. Psych.
Yep.
Right.
It ain't happening.
Gotcha, bitch.
Gotcha. You didn't even use the sound. We have a soundboard.
We do. True. I didn't have it up, but yeah.
It's never up. Do you ever, is it just me or is Discord's soundboard UI just fucking terrible?
Yeah, it's awful.
It's terrible.
Like, why not have it as a floating window or something so I can be like...
Exactly. You cannot detach it. Right. You can't detach it.
Oh, I can see when other people press it when I got it open. That's funny.
Oh, God. I forgot about that.
Anyway, I'm going to end the show by saying that I currently don't have access to the Twitter account.
Nice.
So when I bought my new PC, I had to re-log into everything, and apparently I set up 2-factor on the podcast Twitter, but I don't have the code in my phone because I also bought a new phone. I spent way too much money in 2023, by the way.
Obviously.
But 2-factor doesn't carry over the codes between phones.
That sucks.
Stupid.
So I had to reset everything, and I can't access the podcast Twitter feed right now. I've got an email into X support, but I don't have a lot of hope for that.
Yeah. Let's not forget how I finally got my account back after a year and a half.
Yeah. So I may have to create a new account. I'm going to give it a couple weeks and see what happens, but I don't know.
Hang on a second. Let me see if I can look up something here. Podcast.
I changed the password, so you ain't going to be able to get in. I had to update all my passwords recently.
I'm Hacker Man.
Fucking... Dude.
I'm just looking.
My passwords, I can't even remember them all at this point. And, it's harder for me to get into my account than a hacker to get into my account.
Yeah. I have to put all that stuff in my phone with the password thing that Apple had, because I can't remember.
I rely on Chrome to save all my shit.
Yep.
And
same.
If Chrome ever loses all that shit, I am fucked.
See, mine is in Edge because I use Chrome, but all my passwords and stuff is in Microsoft Edge. But yeah, I default too because I don't know. And then you gotta have a special character and a number
and your soul.
Paint something. Yeah, why do I have to do all this? Jesus.
I can't find any tweets. I just looked up our handle The only thing I can find is Broccoli said to shout out to the best gaming podcast around.
Oh, that's
Appreciate
cool.
Yeah.
that.
Thanks for that shout out.
Appreciate you, man. Yeah.
Definitely. Like, it always, like, I know we joke about it, but, like, when people legitimately listen to the show, like, regularly, like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we ain't we ain't lighting anything up, but I looked at the numbers recently and I was pleasantly like, wow, people actually do listen to this show.
Yeah, there's people out there that actually listen.
It's crazy to me. But
They maybe hate listening, you know.
a lot of people hate listen. They've always hate listened for me. Like, I know a lot of people hate me. I'm okay
That's
with that.
wild.
I'm okay with that. I've come to accept it in my journey as doing this site, that a lot of people are just like, oh, man, but like they follow me on Twitter and they listen to the show and I'm like, that's not a hate, my friend, that's an obsession.
Sometimes haters are your biggest fans.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, that's why Terrence follows that show which not be named on Twitter so he can be mad about him.
Wild, I don't. Yet somehow I don't understand. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say eyeball emoji.
That's the best way to do it. Yeah, but I like the nigga blocked, but somehow the stuff still pops up on my feed, and I think it's because other people share it. But I thought it was supposed to be. I don't even know.
No, if anybody, so if you're on the for you tab, it'll just try to pick things that it thinks you'll like or engage with. If you're on the following tab, even if somebody else that you follow likes or retweets something that they say, it'll pop into your feed.
You know why I can't look at the following tab is because it like doesn't show everybody's shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Twitter is such a fucking disaster anymore.
Yeah, like
it
doesn't even show people I'm following's tweets.
Yeah,
in the following tab.
Yeah.
I see them in the For You tab.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Because like I'll see y'all's in the For You tab, but I don't see y'all's in my following tab.
Yep.
Yeah,
like,
shit sucks.
Yeah,
That's
they want you to be in the following tab or the For You tab so that you can look at all the other shit you don't want to see.
And so you can get sponsored ads from. I posted about this the other day, but it's a real good sign for Twitter that every third ad is one of those fucking word salad. My father scares me sometimes, but if you ever touch me, they'll never find your body T-shirts. I'm a Virgo who was born in the 80s, and that means that I'm a little bit crazy, but I know how to whatever. Those friggin' Facebook T-shirts are all the ads anymore on Twitter.
That's because all the big advertisers left.
Yeah, it's correct.
Like, we used to see Coke and Hulu and Netflix, and now we see companies I ain't never heard of.
Yes.
Venmo.
Temu.
Jesus Christ.
It's all the Temu. Man, I got Temu ads out the ass.
I hate to tell you guys this. Temu is basically Wish
Oh, yeah.
all over again.
As in, you order something and then wish you wouldn't have.
Yeah. Yeah, my mom sent me some on TV. Was like, "Oh yeah, sign up for this. I get some." Like, Mama, this ain't nothing but Wish. Come on now, ain't nobody about to do this.
Fucking,
Go do this.
What was that? Rakuten. That Rakuten shit forever.
Oh, Rakuten. Yeah.
Yep, I remember that. Yep, same
Jesus
thing, man.
Christ.
My dad just turned 70, and so he is the target audience for shit on Facebook. And thankfully, I have taught him at this point that he needs to not click on stuff, and if he's got a question about something, to call me, because he'll call me every now and then and be like, "Oh, this site says that I can buy these $700 golf clubs for $50. Do you think that's legit?" No, it's not.
No.
It never
Please
was.
do not click on that.
It never will be.
Yeah.
Yep.
That used to happen with my parents. I remember when my mom was still alive, she'd call me saying, "Hey, I found this thing, and I was wanting you to order it for me." I was like, "Okay, what is it?" She's like, "Well, I can't find it again." I'm like, "What do you mean you can't find it?" She's like, "Well, I saw it on Facebook." I'm like, "Okay." So I'd go over to her house and I'd be like, "Where was it?" She was like, "It was in here somewhere." And it was obviously an ad that now that she's refreshed the page, it's gone. And I'm like, "Look, this thing was probably not real anyway. And then and then of course I Google search and I'm like, all I'm getting is like just freaking spam shit, and I'm just like, oh my god, like stop. It's like it's like the old school. You get something in the mail saying you've won, call
Yeah.
this number, and I'm just like, man, you guys are still falling for this stuff. It's just like new age.
Yep.
I had to train everybody in my house, like, you get a text that you don't know, delete it. You get an email you don't recognize, delete it. I promise you, if it's something important, somebody will get a hold of you legitimately.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Like, I see that, like, I know, Ryan, you and I kind of work in the same kind of, like, mentality, like, industry kind of stuff. Like, your IT people are constantly like, don't click this link, don't open this email. And it never fails, at least 2 to 3 times a year, some motherfucker does.
Yep. Guaranteed.
And it's like, Jesus Christ, how do you not know that is not real? Like, not even close.
Yep.
Not even trying, and ugh.
I have given up expecting even folks who have worked in offices for a long time to be even remotely email literate. People responding reply all to everything, and
oh god, blind copy is your best friend when you send out a mass email.
Dude, that happens in PR so often. Like, at least once a year there'll be an email where somebody hits reply all, and it is a disaster because people just keep responding to it, going like, "Take me off this, take me off this." I'm like, motherfucker, do you not realize when you hit reply all to a reply all, it just keeps going?
Yeah, the place I used to work, we had an incident where 2 employees were emailing back and forth, just casual conversation between the 2 of them. They were friends. And one of them accidentally copied in the management email group.
Yeah.
And so everyone on our management staff got sent an email with basically like information about the dudes that these girls were dating and their menstrual cycles and
oh my god,
everything else. It was like it was the most awkward thing of all time.
You need to 100% make your work PC your work PC. Do not do anything else on it.
Yes.
Do not do personal stuff on your work.
Yes.
On your work computer.
My work gave me a work cell phone. Guess what's on that?
Work shit.
Nothing.
Yeah, work shit.
Yeah, literally work shit. Like my work PC is 100. There's nothing on there. I don't even have like iTunes on there. Like nothing.
Nope.
Yep. That's it. And I've got some coworkers, like some of my drivers that work under me. That's the only phone they use. They have it for like, and like let me see your phone real quick because I'm like fucking IT apparently. Like I'm a supervisor for truck drivers, but yet I help them with their phones constantly. Nice. And so I'll be like, let me see your phone, and it's like pictures of their family are on it. I'm like, dude, you do realize like this is monitored by our company. Like, everything you do on here, they can see.
Stop watching them videos in your truck.
Trust me, it's going to happen.
Oh, my God.
I don't know.
But we had, I mean, I've had, in my past life, I had salespeople turn their, this will tell you how long ago it was. Salespeople turn their laptops over to IT to get fixed and leaving porn DVDs in the disc tray.
Bruh.
Yeah. I had a inside salesperson that worked for me at one point go back and ask the IT department about connecting their personal computer to the network because they were having trouble connecting their personal computer to the network in the office because they were trying to download pirated songs. On their personal computer, but connected to the office network at the office. Yes.
Wow.
And not only was he doing that, but he went back to ask the IT department for help to connect with the connection for his personal computer.
The balls on that guy.
Yeah.
I can't even. I just can't.
Yeah.
I got a story about that. So when I was still in security, this was years ago, the work computers had I don't know what some kind of program called WebSense, which basically blocked anything that they had deemed inappropriate. And anytime you went somewhere, it would pop up saying WebSense. Like for a while there, they blocked like Twitter and stuff like that because it was like social networking and stuff. But it would pop up, WebSense has blocked this. Well, I come in for my shift, and we all use the same computer. So I sit down at the desk and I start doing my regular stuff on the computer. And of course, whenever you click into the search bar, it brings up previous searches. And there's just in the search bar, somebody had searched how to bypass WebSense to look at porn. and so I was like, I know exactly who this is. So like the next day when I saw him, I was like, you wouldn't believe some dumbass typed in how to bypass WebSense to look at porn on the computer. And he's like, really? That's kind of weird. I'm like, yeah, couldn't they just typed in how to bypass WebSense? And he played it off like, yeah, that's weird. That's wild, man. Yeah, no, it was you. I know it was you.
I know it was you.
Man, I can't.
Hilarious.
I can't with these people. They crack me up. Anyway, that's it for the show this week. Don't tweet at us because we ain't going to see it, at least for a little while. So send emails. That's what you need to do. Podcast@ztgd.com. If we do end up creating a new Twitter account for the show, I will post it on the other social channels, and I'm sure everybody will retweet it. But hopefully we can get the old one back, because wouldn't even know what to call the new one. But as Drew said earlier, Phoenix Down, you're rocking the Phobia. First episode is live. Went up on Friday. And I think that's it. Unless anybody has anything else, we can get out of here.
No.
Peace, bitches.
Alrighty. And it goes something like this.